Hi, at Tripsy. Hi, how you doing? How you doing? I can't even see myself talking. Hold on, let me move some stuff out the way. How you doing? See, you finally made my proper live. Hi, this is Ocean Jimmy's channel. This is it must be morning, afternoon. I don't know. I mean, it's just early morning over here. We are gonna show this YouTuber that Afridamus have already spoken about already. This is about a predatory tourist who goes around Africa looking for virgins. I know you're sleepy because you was on for long, but I had to quickly go somewhere first as well. So I just thought, let me put this one on before I start mounting up my lives again. It's 11 p.m. Oh my days. Ugh, oh my wow. Oh wow. That is late. So Afridamus has spoken about this guy before. His name is Martus Knowledge or something like that. Anyway, he will tell you the man's name. I'm gonna let it play, and when it comes to the parts, I'm gonna stop it. Hopefully, Real Talk and others. Let me see if they're about. Hopefully, Real Talk and others will join because I know from the last time we had many opinions on this. It's cool time. Yeah, it rolled really quick tonight, should I say? Right, so we will have an opinions. Right, Afridamus have covered this man before, so we have previous video of this man's behavior where the girl looked drugged up, and he was talking, and then what he did, he made her spin around, and he's doing a lot more on his YouTube now, and it's very predatorial. And I know there was people in my comment section saying she was 20. I doubt very much. She don't look 20 to me, but that's another story. If you go back to the video called Afridamus, I think it's Afridamus Exposeyoutuber, you will find it there. Then you look at it and you comment on what you see because the girl looks very young. I'm not going to replay the video now because it'll be too long to replay the video. I just want to play this one, and um, if there's more, because I know there's more people covering it. Fuller Sports is covering it too. He's made 2 videos on the guy already. So with that said, I'm going to let this one play.
That I analyzed of this Black American guy from New York. I'm going to read his profile to you.
Guess where he's from? He's from New York. Who's from New York? Oh my gosh. It's just too mad, isn't it? Anyway, let Afridamus continue.
Oh, hi, Osun Eyemi. I'm going to read his profile, what he refers to himself as. He said about himself, his name is Matthias Knowledge. Born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. I am an ex-male fetish escorter slash gigolo, sexologist, cysto indigo, comedian, dynamic English teacher, empathy indigo, health nut, personal fitness trainer. So this guy is a nutcase. Most people would just say, oh, he's just a nut job whatsoever. But is he really a nut job? If he is a nut job, doesn't that make him dangerous? You know, I can see if it's just somebody who they just talk about these things, but they don't put it to practice. He is actually actually taking the steps.
Hi, Ramil. You're right. I'm just like as you see, I'm putting up about a predator that is going around Africa. What he's doing, he's going around Africa and trying to collect, I'll say, virgins. He's so far got one Ethiopian young lady. I think he said he's got a Ugandan lady, and now he's gone for a Gambian girl. Right now, in the previous video before, pardon me, he showed the Gambian girl, very young looking girl. One of the people in my comments was saying that how she was in her 20s and they met on the Facebook, which is irrelevant because when you look at her face, you can see that she's still a baby, right? And them early 20, 19, 20 year olds looking kind of, she looks about that, to be honest. Not only that, not only that, in the video, she looks very drugged up, and the reason why at first people was having this issue because Afridamus is from Gambia himself. He kept mentioning it was an American, and there's American in his life before that was saying that how he was having an issue with it, but he said that how it doesn't matter whether it's European or not, he would talk about it. He said his thing is that how he has to highlight it because in Africa, because they're so poor, right, they will turn a blind eye to it because these girls are seen as no good, especially if they're left with a baby, if they're left pregnant, pardon me, no man, etc. They are seen as untouchables, kinda. So he's gone and spoilt her future, basically. So no man will marry her, basically. So I'm gonna let it play because as you can hear, I'm talking and yeah, it's not really good, like in between the breaths. So I don't know whether I had my food quick. I don't know what it is anyway. But anyway, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play Aphrodamus, and he would explain as well because he's done a video on this man before. Full of Sports have done 2 videos on this guy, but Full of Sports went in deeper where he went and he got the man's YouTube channel and it showed very, 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 I would say, not so good stuff. How to tell when a woman is a virgin. It's kind of like sex tourism, basically, in a nutshell. So I am going to let him play, okay?
Traveling around Africa, and he said he's seeking virgins, and he's met many young women, according to him. Last time I played a video of him in the Gambia with a Gambian woman that most of us were questioning, was she in her right mind? But he claims that's his wife. And also, this guy talks about being on Pornhub. He said he has other wives in Kenya, in Ethiopia. So this is why I gave you that colonial analogy, because you're sitting there in Africa naive, not understanding that people have agendas. The script has been written. Now they just need the pieces to fill up that script. You're playing a character in somebody's idea. Now, how detrimental is that going to be to you is to be questioned. Because I can see if it was something that both parties understand what they're getting themselves into, then one can say, oh, what's there to talk about? This man literally talks about, uploading videos on Pornhub. This is a porno website. I highly doubt people in the Gambia are down for that. I highly doubt it. So these unsuspecting young women who, for some reason, because unfortunately people believe when you come from the Western world, you can change their life. Like people are rich, people have everything. So sometimes that blinds them and it ends up hurting them way more than they think. They don't understand the type of people they are coming in contact with. They don't understand the cultural differences. They don't understand how sick people can be in this Western culture. I don't think people in Africa in general, especially Gambia, I don't think they have a clue about how sick people coming from America really can be. I don't think they get it. But I'm going to try to break it down. Hopefully, some would get it. This right here, like for instance, whatever you see in life.
So, what I'm gonna do after he's shown the guy's video, I'm gonna go back to the first video. For those who haven't seen the video of this incident, right, it is very well documented. But I'm not going to go through the part where Afridamus talks. I will go straight to the other video. But on this one, we're going to go through his point of view. Hi, everybody. Welcome. So we're going to we're going to let him explain, because this is his second video of this guy. Because this guy is a predator. Um, he was in the Gambia, when he filmed the last video. So because people's found out about him and all that stuff, because word is getting round now that there's a person like this. So I'm not going to talk over it too much, because I'm going to let Afridamus actually explain, because he's explained quite a bit of it. I'm not going to rush him through. I'm going to let him get to the depths of the BS, and I will go back to the video that I played with what he's talking about. Okay? So I'll just let this play.
People have different interests in life. Some people, they say we are Pan-Africanists, they go to Gambia, they want to do business, they want to focus on land. That's your thing. That's your thing. My thing, from the time I was a young boy, this didn't just begin. I've been on this crusade to try to point out the sick people out of society. I want to enlighten people about the sickness that is invading Africa and especially Gambia. Because most of these people, they don't live here. They've never been here. They are just naive. They're like, oh, I'm just meeting somebody cool. So with this quote unquote movement, there's a Pan-Africanism. You have to realize it's gonna come with the good, the bad, and the ugly. And when I say the bad and the ugly, you have no idea how ugly it can be. They would turn your life upside down. Your life would be destroyed. Your life would be ruined. Because imagine seeing yourself, your family member, your relative people you know, your countrymen being put on porn websites. Because that's what's going to happen. The man is showing himself.
Yeah, this takes a bit of time before he gets to the video, because I'm not gonna rush him through what he's explaining, because it's actually quite key what he's explaining. So I'm gonna let him talk through this bit until we get to the important bit. I know this bit's boring, everybody, but just sit back and and just listen to what he's saying, because he is actually a Gambian man. So he knows the traditions, what they think, what they feel about certain things, because they're not westernized over there. So he's explaining why this man particularly is doing what he's doing. He's literally a sex tourist. Literally, he has porn sites. Um, he's a porn star. He's all sorts of things, but he's come under the disguise of Pan Africanism. That's basically what he's saying. Basically,
That's that. And I know people say, even back in the days, some people like to talk about, oh, why don't you talk about this sex tourism? You don't think I've always talked about this? I remember even when growing up there, your parents, many parents,
to my page. My page about common sense. I try to keep it down on the nitty gritty under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, it's very good.
so this is the criminal at hand. There we see him now. This is the This is the man who is taking advantage of girls or women or virgins in Africa. So he's going around. He's making a call out to other tourists, other sex tourists, like in Malaysia. Them parts, there's virgins in this part. You can get it like this and like this. So this is the man. He's actually showing the face so that we, the viewers, can see who he is. I would have let Afridamus talk, but because people are not pre to the video before, if I have to go to the video before, if I'll make this one play of him and then I'll go to the video before of him, so you can get the idea of what is going on. I know it's a bit back to front, but because I already did a video of him previously, I'm gonna draw that one back up, and then we will take it from there. And if people want to talk about it afterwards, I'm going to put the link in the chat. You, as the ones coming from America, you tell me what you think, because it's on no, it's not I haven't seen it on Uda's one, but because of the situation that be that it is a sex tourism in different parts of Africa going on. So he's putting out a warning to the people in Africa that this is going on and these type of people are coming. And because it's American, obviously they see money. So it's not an African and American issue. It's not it's a all-round issue basically, because he is making out he's Pan-African, and he's what's the word I'm trying to find? And he is putting out an advertisement to other predators out there that there's these girls in Africa and you can come and you can do whatever and so forth and so forth. Okay? But I'm gonna let this one play, and like I said, I'm gonna draw it back. For the ones who wasn't here previously, I'm gonna draw it back to that point, to that video, and yeah, and then you're gonna see why Aphrodite is saying this. Oh, hi, hi. Is it? Oh, wow. I'm gonna have to look at him later. I'm not deal. I'll deal with him later. I'm just gonna um deal with this situation first, because I keep putting the videos. I keep building up all my lives, and I haven't been getting to them. Even to do open panel, well, I keep putting my open panels on hold a little bit. So I'm gonna try and catch up, you know what I mean? But anyway, this one, because my friend Real Talk, she did a live earlier, and something says to me to do this one now, so I'm gonna do it now. And as there's so many people in the house, I want to get a few opinions because you lot have been doing on predatorial stuff as well in your own channels. So I'm gonna let him play, yeah. And because you're Americans as well, you lot can put your opinion on the put your icing on the cake because you lot will talk for what you are hearing from this man because he's really not well. He's psychologically gone. He has schizophrenia, I think he says he has. So he's liable to hurt the women. He beat up one woman or something like that. There's a lot of details, but I have to get to the video, okay?
It's something very, very, very important. And hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. My page about common sense. I try to keep it down in the nitty gritty under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, something very good. There's something very, very, very important and not important to liberals, libertarians, people who believe in God, people like to smoke, people like to drink, people like ayahuasca, people like DMT. Listeners' discretion is advised. You're going down the rabbit hole here when you watch my videos, man. You know, I have some strange and unique content that, you know, no guys don't be talking about on the internet. And also on top of that,
And you guys see what the title is. Pornhub new policy. Pornhub new policy. So this guy have no problem publishing himself on Pornhub. And he's going to talk about that here. Is this the type of Pan-Africanism you, the African, have in mind? So when people try to shame you, talking about, oh, you don't want to follow the Pan-Africanism, why don't you clean up the group that is coming with you? Why don't you address that group first? But this flat blackness that they try to talk you into, when in fact, the places we come from, everyone is black. If somebody is degenerate, somebody is doing something wrong, do you say, oh no, he has the same skin color as me, I don't have to address it? That's not what you say. You don't say, oh, what about the white people? What about the white people? So just because the white person does it, you should do it too? Show me the white person that is doing it. You don't think if a white person does the same thing, it will be considered degenerate too? So it's not about the skin color. It's about character. So these are the type of characters that is coming your way.
please read my description on who I am. Okay, I am an eccentric, abstract individual, schizo indigo. Okay, individual type of child. Okay, I'm not like everybody else. Lots of people may consider me mentally ill, but I'm really not because my shit actually works. Okay. When I talk about crazy shit or I do cringy things, I do that for the majority of masses of asses. It's a method to my madness. But let's get on with the topic for today. As you already should know, I got Morpheus Knowledge 3 pulled down. I'm a prodigy and I have videos for the things I say and the things I do. I don't like talking like a lot of individuals like Kevin Samuels and people who don't have no videos and shit. So I'm the real alpha psychopath here, okay? Don't get me wrong, don't fuck with me, okay? If you think you can try to screw with me, okay? Now let's get on with the subject now. I'm also on Pornhub and OnlyFans because I'm a model type of guy. I used to do fitness training for fat women and shit and all sorts of crazy shit. Shit that you can't contend with, but I'm being arrogant because I have to be this way. I'm professional off the camera, so when I talk to you and you got a little problem, please don't be up in your feelings, okay? All right? So the topic for today is oh yeah, also if you want to see if I lived in Ethiopia, I always try to pursue virgins and polygyny all the time because I'm alpha and I don't do simping. Check out Marthy's.
Did you guys catch that? He said he's also in Ethiopia, always seeking virgins. Guys, let me ask you a question. Those of you that are from Africa, imagine somebody some foreigner comes to your country, wherever you're from.
Oh, sorry, I'm talking to myself. Sorry, people. Sorry, people. Yeah, what I was saying is that how the guy is really a talk. It's a sex tourist thing, right? So he's been on Pornhubs, etc., 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 and he's looking for young virgins. So he has one girl in Kenya, one girl in Ethiopia, and he's got one young girl in the Gambia, but she looks very young. So, but if you've seen the previous video to this before, you'll see what she looks like. But if you haven't, I'm gonna bring it forward because this one is the second part of that story that was told about this man. Well, this man, because he's putting it out there as a he's doing a YouTube channel telling others about how to tell when a young girl is a virgin, how to get past certain things, how to manipulate the girls. Because in one video, he's chatting to an Ethiopian girl and she has her back to him. She's quite embarrassed. You can see she's embarrassed. She doesn't want to be on the video, quite obviously, because they're not about that life in Ethiopia. Some of them they don't live like that. So he's bring his Western mind over or whatever. And when he in the first video, because in the Gambia they're Islamic anyway. He talks about his Christianity. He doesn't talk about nothing else. It's like when you're watching a priest groom a child in a kind of way. That's the lowest thing I can think of right now. But that's what it is. So the girl in the previous video, looks so drugged up, and then he make her turn around and spin around and show her body and all this. But in the other video, you'll see all this. So this is the video after, okay? And I think I've done as much, but I will show you this one and I'll bring back the other one basically.
Gambia, Senegal, Nigeria, Ghana, wherever, telling you the things he's saying. Oh, I'm here to look for the virgins. How do you think that would go? But this is happening. And he's exhibiting, I don't think he's too well, but this is not just internet talk. He is physically going to these places. If this was just internet talk, I wouldn't waste my time or your time to talk about this. But this is beyond internet talk. He is physically going to these places, bringing this mess over there.
No, it's the first one. You got to read in the description. Everything you need is down in this subscription. Also, I prefer you to join my Patreon. I'll get rid of you off of my Patreon if you're really not participating, because I'm doing this for therapeutic purposes. I'm being a noble person. And if anybody wants to go to Gambia with me, you pay your dues and I'll give you the instructions and we'll go together to hang with a real alpha. All right. The crazy schizo alpha. And what is a schizo anyway? I just want to make sure you get these things clear just so you can know who I am before I talk about this small topic. It's not a long video. A schizologist, okay, which is a term I made up, is someone who has schizophrenia, okay, and I just want you to understand that if I hear voices, it's real, motherfucker, and they have helped me since I was a child, so that makes me very unique over the others. While some people like to make fun of me but they don't understand the real side of me. They just think I'm delusional because I'm schizo. Okay, just ignore that.
So you guys hear it. He hears voices.
I'm coming, okay? Let's carry on watching it, okay?
And GOJ, I totally agree with you. Yes, he's psycho, but he needs to keep that right here in America, in Brooklyn. And maybe, start taking his meds. But this mess is coming next door to you in any other African country you are at. So Gambians, you heard him. He's recruiting people that want to come with him to Gambia. And you know what he's selling to them. They are going to be coming to look for virgins. So the first video that I showed you where he was with that Gambian woman, remember guys, I told you, I said that was a marketing thing. So, that Gambian woman, we won't even touch on her to begin with. I'll focus here with this guy. But that was a marketing strategy for people that are like him. So if you think he is psycho, imagine 3, 4, or 5 of him. They are Pan-Africanists too, by the way, just so you know. Because, hey, the Pan-Africanism has different meanings for different people, right? So this is why you have to base it on right or wrong. You don't have to fall for all these other shenanigans, all this, crazy Western BS, American BS they are bringing to you. This fantasy thing that's going to hurt you. You have to stay with reality. Your eyes and your ears are not lying to you. What you are seeing is real. Is real. And you would think from that other video, he would have backed down. No, he's recruiting people to come to the Gambia to quote unquote seek virgins. Think about that. So we're in the 21st century.
Right. Now, as you talk about him contacting the authorities, I think something has been done, in fact, because he literally took down the video of the one with him and the young girl. I think he's taken it down, and some other ones was taken down because when Fula Sport went over there, some of the videos was missing. So he's definitely taken down some of the videos, evidence. But because people already recorded some of it, so it's just to send it to Africa, let them know what's going on, basically. Yeah, the propaganda is that how the American side of it, the American side, sadly, because he's a so-called Pan-African, so that alone is a propaganda thing already. Well, you can hear the helicopters flying over here. These schizophrenics. Yes, there's a lot of that to do. There's a lot of that going on. Loads of that. That yeah, he gives away his psychosis. Yes, yes, there's that as well. He's trying to destroy how people see Americans as well. Because when one American messes up, everybody gets a stamp on their head and that they're that way. Yes, he does need to be put away. That for real.
2021. There's no more excuse for Africans to say, oh, we didn't know. We didn't know the plan was hatched behind us. No. You're seeing it and it's been analyzed right here. That's what my news reports are about, is to show you another side of the equation, another side of the coin, to break down, to show you what the culture and the way people think in the part of the world where I'm at, that many have no opportunity to come to. I wouldn't be doing my job if I'm not telling you exactly what is happening. I could be like others, just taking pictures and videos.
Yeah, can you expand on this, please? Because um, yes, he talks about Americans. Yes, he does. But he talks about others too. He talks about Nigerians doing human trafficking. He talk about um, prostituting, where like they human traffic them, turn them into prostitutes. He spoke about white people doing it. He's actually covered a lot. Okay, some things he looks at a certain way because he's in America. He's an African in America himself. So their point of views are a little bit more different on certain levels. So yeah, in certain points, yes, but you need to expand on that one so I can understand what you mean.
Videos, posting it on Instagram. No, I'm here to give you the real. I'm not here to put you to sleep. I know it's uncomfortable for some, but this is what is real. You would thank me someday. Seriously, you would thank me someday when you come in contact with psychos like him. I'm just pointing out things that you are overlooking. Yes, when you think he's crazy, you are right. You are absolutely right. Your assessment is correct. But he needs to keep his ass here in America and take his meds. That's what he needs to be doing. But let's continue.
Card. And also, a schizo indigo is someone who has schizophrenia. No. Let me go back. A schizologist is someone who talks to their therapist and psychologist, gets the knowledge from them, and becomes the therapist. Because I've given counsel to lots of hundreds of women in the past. I've done a lot of services for women, and I still do to this day. It's on the side. I don't get my hustle is not on YouTube and on Facebook. All right, my hustle is not on YouTube and Facebook. Peoples, I keep my shit down. I keep my numbers down. I'm low key. All right. So I learned, and not pseudo at all. I keep it simple and I keep it real. If you talk to me, you'll know me in my inbox. This is why I'm still on the YouTube. If I'm not really fucking popular, I wouldn't probably do this shit. If I ain't got one or two people talking to me, I wouldn't do none of this shit for you guys. But I'm gonna get on with the subject. I'm just gonna say one thing here. Oh yeah, schizo indigo is someone with schizoaffective as well, schizophrenia or whatever you want to call it. Who basically is born the way they were born. So now there's people out there saying they're indigo children, but they're really not indigo children. But to
Yeah. So he's trying to give schizophrenia a fancy name. Another thing you guys don't understand, especially in Africa, people will be confused. They hear somebody like him talk like this. It all sounds cool. And what you don't realize is that's how things operate in America. Most things are illusion. Think about it. These are people that would convince you that a man is a woman. They can come out and say to you, the sky is green. You're like, no, it's blue. No, it's green. They make it sound cool and then you would accept it. That's the type of society America is. So when you hear schizophrenia, that means the guy is batshit crazy. He should be taking.
Sorry, I'm gonna be talking over this a lot. Yes. Yeah, he focuses on the American thing, I suppose, but that's the divide in it. That's a divide mechanism, really. So this individual here, and there's sure there's many of them, who's going to Africa and causing damage, you know, and saying coming under the skies of Pan Africanism or whatever they're coming under the skies as. So Yeah, in one sense, yeah, I agree with you, and in another sense, I have to differ because the only thing is this one is a predator, so he should have just. To me, I just see him as a predator. I don't see him as nothing else. I don't see him as American. I don't see him as anything. Even if he was English, I will still look at him as a predator. Okay, if he was a black man from England, he'd be seen as a predator, and this is where the divide thing comes in. Okay, so anyways, let him continue what Tim's saying.
His meds.
Since when?
Since when is being kissed a cool thing? And he's exhibiting all the signs. Look at his face. But the girl he was hanging out with, the Gambian girl, she has no clue. How many other females there have no clue? They just say, oh, it's an American guy. I met me an American guy. But you know,
Sorry, I have to stop it again. American to them also means money. It's the dollar. You see, the dollar carries a great weight in Africa, you see. Shillings could come up to a lot. I'm thinking the brr could come up to a lot in American money, uh, pounds, you name it. So when they look at you, they don't see you, they see money, basically. In some cases, not all African countries, not all of them in Africa is like that, but some, okay? So I'm just letting it be known. I'm not putting all Africans under the spotlight because the pound and the dollar carry a lot. Maybe it might be lesser now because of what's happening in England now, but the dollar carries a weight. Okay, so the West Indies, it carries a weight. Okay, so they look at you like dollar and pound sign. Okay.
never question him. How come he's not doing what he's doing over there back in America? That never crosses their minds. He's telling them he's marrying them. I'm gonna let you hear more. It's gonna make you sick to your stomach. It's unbelievable.
Each his own. Okay, you can only be indigo child between the ages of 0 and 10 years old. You start becoming aware later on. So since you learned a little bit here, let's continue on now here. Please read my description box before you begin to make assumptions. This is what I do not like: sensitives and people who are really thinking like everybody else to watch my videos. They're not for you. Now, so let's get on with the topic. Okay. Pornhub has changed their rules and regulations because I lost my virginity when I was 31 years old to my virgin Ethiopian wife. And we made some sex videos and shit, right? And then I said, okay, can I post this? And I can't post it because you know why? You're going to need verification. I'm on Pornhub. Yes, I do. And I've been fucking them bitches with fucking strap-ons, and I fucked the virgin because I lost my virginity too.
And the fact that he calls them the bitches, you know what I mean? How disrespectful is that? So you reach the whole civilization, right? You reach the whole, like, Africa is a civilization, right? In Pan-African terms, right? You reach there. And this is what you come up, you bring your can I say American terms, people? And you bring the terms there, right? They probably don't even call their women that. And you're there calling them that. Okay, how disrespectful is that first and foremost? That right there now shows me how low a beat. I can't even think of the lowest insect right now that reflects you right now. Because to be honest, like I said, if the man them stand up in other countries, them and take the certain precautions, idiots like this would not enter. Believe that, okay? So he saying he's been this performing whatever sex god on Pornhub. He probably want to ask the girl for for consent to go on Pornhub. He probably have her up there already. I should think he must be one of them. I suspect who films what he does in the bedroom. He looks disgustingly enough like that. There's no such insect lower. I can't even remember. I can't even think of an insect, like I said. He's disgusting. The lowest of the low. Ingrate, innit? So he's just. Anyway, let him continue.
Version, because I'm not a simp. I'm a type of jig.
You guys heard it, right? He said he is on Pornhub. So Gambian people who don't understand what Pornhub is a porno website.
I ain't trying to divide. I'm just trying to find. I don't understand why he would use such an American term in an African country. To be honest, it's kind of this disgusting. You know, he called them bitches. They I swear. Actually, I'm going to ask somebody from Africa if those words are spoken in their country, and I bet you they're not.
Porn website. So anybody can make sex videos and upload it there for the world to see. They make money off of it. So the example I saw in that video with the Gambian girl, where he's making her turn around, biting her lips, which he calls kissing. These are all sick things. So that's very disturbing. If you look at that girl, how many women like her in that country exist? How many of them? So if Gambian authorities, you don't put a stop to this, pretty soon you would start seeing your daughters, your sisters, you would see them on Pornhub and any other porn websites. You would start seeing it because you've allowed devils to walk right into your front door and you didn't do anything about it. Who are you going to blame then? What, you're going to come and cry victim? Oh, these Americans did this to us. No, Afridamus is telling you that the devil is within your gates. You better wake up and see exactly what is happening. He just told you he's on Pornhub. So I'm here to reinforce that message. Take it or leave it, but the man is telling you what he is all about.
Gigolo, fetish gigolo, or that gets paid from women to do a various amount of things without having sex raw. I don't do sex raw. I may get my dick sucked and some shit like that. I'm just too real for y'all motherfuckers. A lot of you guys be like, oh, no guy can do that. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You just got to have some sort of mental renaissance knowledge with your ass. You have to be a conversationalist as well. But anyway, understand this. Pornhub and any site that you want to expose yourself on sexually, okay, to expose, because my shit ain't small, okay, so they now permit you, they force you to, have ID for both individuals now, all right? So that's a good thing, but it could be a bad thing, it's too bad because
I think I know why they're doing that, because there's so many things going on with children on the internet and the dark web, etc. So now they're asking for ID of the participators. Yes, I absolutely understand and overs that. Get it truly. So he, in other words, doesn't is shocked at how they upped their verification on certain things. So not anybody can jump on, because they see that how you put up the ID or whatever, and the child, whoever looks young or whatever, then you'll get into problems. That's basically the matter. Or that I think that is what bugging this man right now. So he's panicking. So that's why he had to make a video like this now. You know what I mean? To put out to his brethren, them this and this and this. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear this? So last time when I did the stream here, some of you were very smart enough. You watched the video and you questioned the age of that girl he was in the video with. You guys questioned it. Some people came, they say, oh no, this is a grown woman. I wouldn't call them idiots because I don't mind people disagreeing with me. So I'm not gonna call you an idiot just because you disagree with me. We can talk it out. But why is he reluctant and is not too happy about the IDs being confirmed? People, think about that. Doesn't that make you think he's going for minors, underage women? Some of you here were saying, no, 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 no. This girl is not 24 years old. And I think I believe you. I'm beginning to believe, be on you guys' side when you guys said she's not 24. Because who does that? Like, he already know the girl's age, right? So he's on camera with her. He's like asking her, oh, what's your age? So he wants to make up. It's like everything is scripted out on how she should speak. So he asked her, how old are you? She said, 24. She thought about it. But now, if these women are really old enough, okay? If they are old enough, why is he not happy about Pornhub trying to confirm their age? This is a sick guy, people. Take a look at those eyes. This is really sick. And people, I want you to know, Pornhub, once you find yourself on this website, is forever. Forever. So Gambian people, you better wake up and smell the coffee.
Now, since that day, I think it happened last year, okay? And then I made the video before. I know how to get viewers. Trust me on that. But I'm not interested in YouTube's algorithms and their biased intentions, okay? Other than that, if you want to make me popular, try the Patreon. It's much more entertaining. I know YouTube controls the viewership and everything else, but I'm sorry. I can't do anything else about that because I'm not really interested in being that popular anyway. And plus, I have a slot. Okay, so if it's 60 gets filled, okay, 60, I stop because I only need a certain amount of money, and I'm not that ambitious, okay, because I have things on my plate I gotta do. Gotta go to Gambia and gotta do my polygyny. My wife tried to fuck up, and she don't understand, regardless of which way she looks at it. I'm a psychopath, and I get what I want all of the time, okay, so that's just who I am, okay, all right? Everything is an asset to me. All right, but other than that, love is respect for me. Okay, I don't see things the same as a lot of people do because most people are technically delusional. Okay, but they want to call me delusional. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being myself, and people think they're alphas and shit. I'm like, wait a minute. But that's all I really wanted to say about Pornhub. If you felt that I wasted your time telling you vital information about myself early on, you should not watch my videos. Okay, if you got drawn to this video because of the insignia, okay, the symbol or the art, then that's all you, because you thought you was gonna see some nude videos or some shit. I can show you that shit, but I'm just trying to give you a heads up of what their policy is now.
Guys,
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the description. I did actually find the channel, but I don't want to put it in the description because then people will think. I'll put it on the video. I ain't gonna put it in the description, right? I think Afridamus does show his video, the channel, sorry, where it is, because he's really quite a nasty piece of work, Fuller Sport. You must go to Fuller Sport. It's spelled FULA Sport. He has from the actual channel too. I was actually gonna download it, but no, So it's best you go to to Fuller Sport. Afridamus did say the name as well, so Who can highlight this? Highlight it as much as you can on your channels. It's like the same with the Ali thing. Highlight it, share it on your channel if you can. Get this, you know what, this, whatever, I don't even know what to call him. He needs to go away, or authorities, the Gambian authorities need to get involved, or the African authorities, embassy, whatever, they need to get involved in this, because he is going to cause a lot of destruction in the cradle of civilization right now.
You hearing this, right? Tell me you are not disturbed by this. Tell me you are not. You are seeing exactly what he's saying. Oh, I can show you nude pictures. Where did he get these nude pictures from? Where, people? Because he's traveling around Africa, taking pictures of quote unquote virgin women. That's what's happening. Look, I don't think you guys realize or understand how sick people are or can be in America. I don't think you guys understand. Seriously.
People are sick everywhere, okay, Afridamus. I can't agree with you on that. There's mad people everywhere in the world. There's mad people in West Indies. There's mad people in England. There's asylums all over the world. Madhouse everywhere. It ain't about America, and there's no separation because everybody goes through some kind of, as Ivy puts it, some kind of psychosis. Okay, so it's not just America. Them sick. They're sick all over. Okay.
You'll be talking to psychos, it would sound like normal, but these are sick, crazy people. Look, I've worked in the criminal justice system for many years. And when I tell you somebody is sick, believe me, I've worked with all kinds of criminals, murderers, rapists, bank robbers, gangbangers, drug dealers, you name it. All of them, arsonists. So I can easily see where this is headed. This man moving next door to you is danger to your daughters and your sisters. I'm just letting you know. Much more in your tiny little country. So Gambian people, you better wake up. Ethiopia, Kenya, all these places he's going to. I noticed that he avoided Nigeria. He should go there.
Because in Nigeria, that is seen as a criminal thing. They will chop him up. They will put a tire around him, and they will set him afire. Basically, that is Nigerian justice. Okay. They do jungle justice, as they call it. Yeah, they don't play over in Nigeria. As much as Nigerians have a certain what do you call it? A name for themselves, but they don't play. Okay, their country don't play. They'll whip you. They'll cut off your hand. All sorts of shit. They don't play over there.
But he's not going to go there. Why not? So people, wake up.
Because I am on Pornhub. There's a lot of guys, beta males and beta alphas usually are the ones who complain a lot. But most of the time, when you're on the Pornhub, you got some alpha potential with you. Okay, you exposing yourself and you exposing the women that you're fucking. But as I said before, I don't use vaginas. Okay? I use a strap on. Okay, all right. But other than that, please read please read.
So he just thought he'd throw that one in. Oh, yeah, that's okay. I know it's late where you guys are. It's fine. It'd be when it uploads. You lot can watch it on a replay and leave your comments at the bottom. It's fine. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause we're all on different times, you know. We're all on different times. You know, I was hoping to do it earlier, but the baby took ages to fall asleep. So yeah, this man is very disgusting. Have a good night. Real talk. And Tripsies. I know she went as well. Have a good night too. So yes, he is. He's disgusting. Strap-ons and all this. Oh my day. See, he goes into details. He's another detail man right here. This here is a detail man. He'll go into detail of his sexual exploits without no thinking or nothing.
My description box below. I know this video is going to probably get like 500, 600 views. I really don't really care. Okay, just make sure you share or, join my Patreon. Okay, I also have an OnlyFans account. Okay, you know what I'm saying, because I'm the real McCoy. Okay? There's a lot of interesting shit happening in my life right now, and I can't get distracted by a lot of women trying to hit me up, showing me free nudes and shit and all this other shit for them to be my fucking ride or die chick, and I ain't got no time for that. I get to me.
Do you guys honestly believe that women are voluntarily sending pictures to this perv to be their ride or die chick? I mean, who knows? Might be possible, but you have to question their sanity too. See, African countries need to do the same thing that even the United States does. The country is over 300 million people. For you to enter through the front door, they do background checks on you. If you guys cannot afford to do the background check, I'm here giving you the news. Just send me the profiles and I will tell you, yeah or nay. But if you think right now you guys have problems that you're dealing with, you haven't seen any problem yet. It's like, for example, if you're not homeless, you're crying about you have problems. Wait till you become homeless. Then you would know what real problem really looks like. So this is the same thing. You're dealing with somebody who you're hearing him. Pornhub, which is a porn website, he has no problem showing nude pictures of this quote unquote women he calls his wife. The last time he used a phrase, a troubling phrase, the Gambian female he was in the video with, he said, she's for the streets. Who says that? If she's your wife, what do you mean she's for the streets? That means he's saying she's a slut. So Gambian people, I'm just breaking it down for you. When you hear the word she's for the street, that means she's a slut, meaning a whore. I'm just letting you know. This is a problem.
He fucking hits my mailbox, and I ain't got no time for that shit. So I gotta limit to the amount of feedback I get, and I gotta watch my fucking comments, because your comment is monitored, screened, and approved. No matter what you put down there, I'm gonna make sure it is posted. No matter if it's insult. If it's a good insult, I'll post it. If it's a good roast, I'll post it. Somebody roasted me and said, this is a blood tickle on my face. I was cracking up. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. That was the most funniest thing. But a lot of guys out there, I'm just going to tell you guys right now, if you are watching this and you're white or Milano or mixed, please, guys, get the education before you commit suicide, because suicide is a serious fucking issue. All right, for you type of race of people, okay? And if you want the knowledge, you got to get the knowledge from someone who has done the things through a video footage. Because,
and you know, people, you have to see. Oh yeah, Audrey. Yeah, he's a pimp, porn star. Last time he was a prophet. So here's the thing, where you see like the Pan-Africanists that say, oh yeah, it's about Africa. But these are the type of things they don't want to talk about. They want to live in this fantasy. And they want you, me, and everybody to follow they are this reckless fantasy. They just want you to just go along. Oh yeah, we all black, which is silly, you know. Oh, if we all black, why do we have a black pervert? A black pervert over here talking about he's a pimp. Don't you think black people, there's black sex offenders? But just like the last time, we have one that came trying to defend it. It's like, oh, white people do it too. So are you telling me that you approve of this? What's this have to do with white people? So these are the type of arguments they would bring to you. They would never, they don't want to be held accountable for anything. They never want to discuss things like this. You have African countries like Gambia and other places. They are not checking who's coming in. They left the door wide open. So it's like you bring in all kinds of people in. All kinds of people in. It is a sickness. And it needs to be addressed. If the Pan-Africanists are not going to talk about it, they just want to tell you about what happened in 1855. Tell them, when they provide time, if we can travel back to 1855, then we can talk about it. How about we talk about 2021, November 2021? That's what I'm doing here.
You should be listening to Lucario. You shouldn't be listening to Tariq Nasheed, even though he got some awesome information in his books. It's just that I learned from pimps. I directly get the information from the pimps, and that's how I was raised in the 80s in Brooklyn, right? Other than that, that's all I really got to say. I've been talking for 10 minutes. Okay, I hope you guys learned something in this video. You're going to need ID for the female that you put the video on. That's all it is, and I'm just trying to help give you a heads up. Peace.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go find the video that was done previously of this guy, okay? So give me a minute.
As a matter of fact, I think when I get to my house,
Was seeing itself.
Now, so if you have any comments or questions,
to see a lot more. First, Ethiopia.
Okay, so this is the young lady. So does she look young to you, or am I crazy? Somebody said that how she's saying she was 24. Does she look like a 20-something-year-old child to you? When you look on this face, what do you see? You see a little girl, don't you? Hold on, let's get a close-up of her. Does she not look like a little girl? Am I taking it out of proportion? She looks like a little girl to me. I think she's probably 19, 18, round about there, right? She still have her milk round her face, as they say. West Indians say, she still has she milk round she face, okay? That's what it looks like to me, okay? So we're gonna show the actual video. I think his name's on there. Oh, he's blocked out his name.
He's gonna tell us another country. So his job there is to pursue young women like her, putting them on camera as well. And the sad thing is, this young woman, she's
I think Afridamus does know that people is addressing the issue. I think because people are all doing it in different ways, maybe because Fuller Sport is doing it. So when Fuller Sport found out about it, he put it up. But I did put up the video before. So it's whether, like I said, people don't always seem to want to go backwards. They always go to the present, the videos that is up, that is present. They don't go backwards. And if they do go backwards, which is good, then they will see the videos and they will comment. So they will know exactly what you're talking about.
very naive. She probably thinks she's in love. It sounds like she's been getting groomed by him for a while. So you guys got to be careful who you deal with online. I hope Gambian parents and other African parents would start talking to their daughters about meeting strangers.
If you don't like my face, please remove yourself from my presence. All right? All right? Now, so if you have any comments or questions, or even some roasters, you can talk about anything. Okay, you talk about my mole, you talk about my head. You put it down below. All right? Okay. Now, as I said before, I traveled to Ethiopia before in my past. Now I'm in Gambia. Okay. And this is who I met and I was communicating with for like about a year. So let's start.
So, as everybody likes to say, just put the one in the chat. Actually, guess her age you think she is. Don't, right, let's look past the 24-year-old drama. How old do you think this child is? Put the age in the chat and I'll just highlight it and I'll see what you lot see, because I see a child. My children have that baby face. You know, that baby face what teenagers have, and they just come out of puberty. Or they're in that puberty stage. The voice starts breaking, the body starts developing. Yeah, you tell me how old do you think this girl is? Okay, as this man is talking, and listen carefully to how he talks about her. Listen very carefully how he talks about her. And would you like your child or daughter to be around a man such as this?
Start here. What is your name?
My name is Binta.
Benza. Good. So how did we meet? Do you remember?
It just
Yes, unfortunately, he is. Just wait. He's gonna give his name. You're gonna catch his name. Thanks for asking for that. And Case, spread the word too, so they know who this guy is.
wait. On Facebook.
We met on Facebook. This is how I saw her. Only thing I saw was a candy bar. Okay. A chocolate candy. I said, hey, I love her hair because her hair is natural. I do not, you know how I teach Alpha Technologies more than better than everybody else on the internet because they're young bucks compared to me. Natural. It's just very important to hold the hair, okay, and see that there is no weave there, or the Jezebel spirit wig there. Do you wear any makeup?
No,
Uh,
I don't like it.
do you know out here it gets really hot, and she's always sweating up a storm. Every time she's sweating, I'm thinking that do we just have sex or something?
You guys are hearing this. I hope you guys are hearing this pervert. See, this is not a normal thing in the Gambian culture. But for him to introduce this type of behavior, and the young lady herself, you know, I mean, she would not do this with another Gambian person, putting herself on camera with this pervert, sick individual, just talking this way. This is what is happening. You want to talk about a sex tourist? This is what a real sex tourist is like. When you leave from whatever destination you're coming from, going to another destination, just to purposely pursue young women for sex. But I'll let it play so you guys can hear what type of young women he's looking for. This guy has a whole game plan. So he's literally targeting the young and naive. That's what he's doing, giving them the illusion of wealth, and they fall for it.
Well, why are you sweating? So her whole body. You should see her fire. I might record it, but you can see the little. Her skin is so pure, okay, that she sweats profusely, okay, excessively, and it's kind of sexy though. And I always wipe her face like she was just working out, okay.
Yeah.
And How old are you now?
I'm 24.
24.
Yeah.
And of course, how long you've lived out? What area did you like live in Gambia? Where were you born and raised at?
I was born and raised at Bukavu, a town called Bukavu.
Bagam.
Birkama. Birkama. It's B.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so we met on the Facebook. I was born and raised in Brooklyn and New York, USA. And what else was I going to say? I was going to say something, so I lost my train of thought. Okay. What's the temperature like in Gambia?
It's 9:35, 36, 34.
In Fahrenheit? Like about,
Yeah.
right? To me, it feels like
Degrees
100
Celsius.
degrees. It's 100 degrees. It's actually hotter in Ethiopia. Okay, it's more muskier out here, but it's cooler for some reason when you travel in the miracles. But in Ethiopia, it is warm air blowing on your ass, and you may need.
See, I agree with you, TMK and Audrey. I doubt that she's 24. I think I think she adjusted her age. I highly doubt. He probably told her to say that because they are on camera. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think she's 24. But this is what you have over there.
To wet your shirt or something. I brought some mobile um, uh, air conditioned things for her neck to keep herself cool. You like it?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I showed you guys somewhere in one of my videos. It's like an air conditioner. I thought of the thought, but somebody beat me to it because I ain't got the money, the funds. But it's okay.
See, people, I want you to know something. This guy He gave us all the clues, okay? He talked about DMT, mind altering drugs. So he's into drugs and this crazy stuff. So, I mean, I don't even like this young woman here. I he probably drugged her or something, because this is not normal. It's definitely not normal. As you can see, she is totally under his spell, under his control. I could be wrong, but just an observation.
But tell us anything else you would like to know about the Gambia and yourself, and how we met. Anything.
Yeah, I think that was really awesome meeting you. So I was like, whoa, am I going to see him? No, I wasn't sure about it. But the day that I met you at the airport, I was like, that's good. I think I saw the man coming. I said, no, that's not him. But no, I just look. He said, yeah, come. I said, that's me.
Okay.
I was really happy.
All right. Let me ask you a question here, since it popped up in my head. How
Mm,
did you manage to keep your virginity as beautiful as you are? And yes, she's a virgin, of course. Okay.
because, yeah,
Guys, warning, he's about to get more perverted and sick. So you guys heard him. So he's going to tell us all the sick thing that brought him to Africa.
we don't like to sell ourselves out. In our community, if you're
Now,
not
now,
a,
what did you say? You said
we don't like to sell ourselves out.
sell herself.
Yeah,
Okay.
just like we give yourself freely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're supposed to have a gift for your husband, like the virginity that's the gift for your husband.
Okay. You hear that?
Yeah, so
Okay.
we kept it in order to clean ourselves and our
To keep
family's
yourself
name.
pure. To keep yourself pure.
Yeah, to
Okay.
keep myself pure.
And what religion are you?
I'm a Muslim.
Okay, very good. My question is that were you were circumcised? You were one of the victims that was of circumcision,
Yeah,
correct?
I was.
Do they still practice that in the Gambia?
Guys, this is the true definition of a pervert. Creepy as hell. Look at all the evasive questions he's asking her on camera. Everything is entirely sexual. So, this guy, to sum it up, he is a sexual predator. Gambia, you guys better open your eyes. I wonder where this young lady's parents are at. Unfortunately, they probably welcome him too. Who knows? This is sick.
No, no.
I really hope not.
Majority, majority of us are not in for that.
You're not for that. They don't do the circumcision anymore,
No,
but they still do it for males,
males.
correct?
Yeah,
Which is still a form of abuse, but go ahead.
yeah. But for here, we took it as it's normal for males to do it. Like,
Okay. So my next question is you believe in polygyny, correct? Okay.
yeah, of course I do.
Yeah, because I always tell guys that alphas only do virgins and polygyny. Because when I was raised and come from, a lot of guys don't understand the terminology of simp or a trick.
Mm.
So, what do you think? What is your perspective about polygyny?
Because for me, I think it's like we kind of help each other. And not every time you are going to be in the mood, but at least we share and we're gonna be friends. A lot of people are out there, they don't have husbands. It's because of this, and they go in for sexual. So, and we don't want
Look how long it takes her to answer that one question. You ask her, what do you think of polygyny? Now, a grown woman would answer that quick in one, in a, in a, in straight away. You can obviously tell she's a child. She doesn't understand what the question is. She's searching for the answer because she's looking in the air. So either they did rehearse this before, and okay, these are the questions I'm going to ask and whatever. She couldn't even answer the question. Okay, so that alone to me shows me her age. But anyway, because I already did a video on this, I ain't gonna talk all over this part here. So yeah,
that.
She belongs to the streets. Yeah.
We don't want that. We only want
See, guys, I don't even have to describe to you how creepy the dude is. He is doing a good job on his own. You guys are seeing it for yourself. So he's bringing, this toxic mentality. It's a predatory mindset. So, I mean, this young woman have no idea who she's dealing with, what she's dealing with. I have a feeling by the time he's done with her life would be turned upside down. Because this man has issues, real issues. He doesn't belong there. But let's hear more. Let's hear more of this sick man. I know for some it might seem like it's entertainment, but this is not entertainment. This is educational for you to see for yourself what some of these people, because some of the sick ones are going there too. And they're going there with their sick perversion. They want to go fulfill it over there. And I don't want to mistake it. He's not a Pan-African. By the way, he doesn't represent himself as that. He probably is one of those people, heard about people, a lot of black people wanting to go to Africa. He's like, oh, good. This is my opportunity to go, take care of my sick sexual perversion that I've always had. Because he can do this here in the States. Because he would be a problem asking such evasive questions. You can only do this to young girls, young naive girls. And he's taking advantage of them.
want all our females to have husband. At least here we have almost people with 4 wives. So even my mother is a third wife. So I am good to have another one. Have to welcome another females like anyone.
And how?
I think in her mind she think he's talking about polygamy. That's what I think this young one is thinking is going on. She thinks he means polygamy, not polygyny. That's what I think.
How did you come about that decision to say, okay, it's good to share? Okay, what is the benefit of a woman sharing with the king, okay, or the lord of a man? Okay, what's the benefit? What's the benefit of polygyny?
To me, I think
To you, yes.
I think that is the best way to help others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in transference, it's a great business, family business for everyone. So when people are getting along with one another, you can make a lot more money, and so you can set it up a certain way. Now, what else would you like to say about polygyny?
Yeah, it
What do
is
you think about monogamy? Like when people are doing solo relationships in these days, okay?
because
When you're in a relationship, tell me, what do you think about like this? When I see monogamous relationships, I was like, how are you making that much money? How are you creating bigger families? And how are you procreating faster with just one woman? But what do you tell me your perspective of it?
oh, for one woman, you can't say certainly because might be the person will be barren. You don't know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
And we're going to talk about marriage next, but go ahead, continue.
yeah, because of you don't know what God decisions for you. So you might marry her and then she is barren and you don't know it.
And this is why it's important, like in Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 20, I think 13.
So he's a Bible thumper as well. So combine those two together. People, it gets better. I want you guys to see the entire thing for yourself to see how sick this is. Yeah, he's also a Bible thumper. He's a Christian. You can see for yourself. He is way older than her. Probably old, not probably, he is old enough to be her father. Isn't this the same thing that R. Kelly went to prison for? But since he thinks in Africa is free range, so he's going to run over there to do it. It is time for Africans to wake up to these sexual perverts and put a stop to it. You are allowing your daughters, your sisters to get defiled by sick, perverted people like him. It's sickening.
It is good for a man to test her virginity, either by the father, okay, or the husband himself. But it's still written in both Quran and also in the Bible. But people don't like to listen. It's like the people who actually get married
Yeah.
and then they lose their property, and sometimes they don't even get copulous sex or anything, and then they end up dying. This happens victims to men because men are more gullible, okay, and you guys cannot be gullible. Okay? You gotta
Yeah.
hold yourself sturdy and strong and not commit suicide because of loneliness. I'm just rambling on. Am I rambling on? Do you know what I mean by when I say rambling on?
No,
Okay.
can't.
Some people say I ramble on. I say, I sure do. Because I have some points to be made and you're not listening. Like Ben.
You guys look at those eyes. You want to tell me this man, something is not wrong with him? He's on something. Something is clear to all of us. He is the devil reincarnated. For him to be traveling around these countries in pursuit of quote unquote virgins, a grown man going after girls young enough to be his daughter, sitting there having such discussions, putting it on camera. Gambians, you better wake up. You better wake up and smell the coffee because bad things are coming your way.
Sharp here. Okay. Shapiro, okay.
Okay.
But Think about it. You get a man gets married, right?
Yeah.
And then he's never had sex with her yet.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be a terrible thing if he found out she wasn't a virgin?
Yeah, it's a terrible thing, but they sometimes there are conditions that I tolerate. But for us here in Africa, we have seen some ladies who they are virgins, but I think there is no blood flowing, or sometimes it's very hard for them. Or sometimes you see they will be having sex and their virginity is still there, but I don't understand why is that. But
Well, in all occasions, scientifically, all women may not bleed. Okay?
yeah,
Small percentage may not bleed, but there's another way of telling. Okay, but
yeah,
we're not going to talk about that here. You can check the research on how to check if a female's a virgin or not,
yeah.
because I used to be a gynecologist in my past. But I keep it simple. Um, Virginity is important, correct?
See, most of you probably just would hear, oh, this person is a pervert, or sexual predator, but you don't get to see it play out in real time. He recorded this himself, so this is playing out right in front of you. It's not like somebody else recorded him. He is so comfortable. He thinks this is so normal. He recorded it and put it on the World Wide Web for all of us to see. So you are seeing a sexual predator devour his prey right in front of right in front of all of us. Gambian ladies, you better wake up. Seriously. Not only Gambia, but Africa in general. People need to wake up.
Yeah, very important. And a pride to you and your family. That's what I believe.
Also, it's a great benefits to multiply faster because these days, you know what people believe in America? They believe in polyandry. You know what polyandry is?
No.
Polyandry is a certain type of polygamy, okay, that women tend to, they want to have more than one man, okay? Oh,
Oh,
and
that's
to me,
I
I'm
don't
like,
like.
I think about, I'm like, I'm trying to see both sides of the fence of how that,
Hmm,
works. Okay,
that's
like
too
if it's,
bad.
yeah, yeah, I teach women how to do polyandry, but they always been doing that all, in America, right, and everywhere else. So you'll cheat around with multiple
Mhm.
men, and I would say to women, you should never cheat around because of lust. You know what lust is? Sexual lust and money. These are the main two things that.
He's also put in Western values in a African in a what can I say in a someone from the continent's mind. Their minds are completely different, very pure minded in certain ways. So what he's doing, he's putting the western side into her mind. It's like when people went and conquer the countries, and they would insert they insert their ideas, ideologies, religions into a person. That's what he's doing. He's actually programming her. If you listen carefully, he's programming her. Um, very subtly, but he's doing it, you know. So he's actually inserting, well, not even inserting as well, that's the right word. He's inputting the Western ideologies in her mind. Okay, so you can literally hear and see it.
that push these women to do things, money and lust. So there are women who pay men.
So what Cares just posted, I hope, like Gambians know what they're reading there. This guy had affiliate with Pornhub. That's a porno site. Who knows if he's an actual he's a performer in these videos. If he's putting this young lady on camera, what is to say the next move is not to be recording the sexual acts he's having with these women and loading it up online. So, so if you got it, like, yeah, it's a good question. There are Gambians in the house that are watching that can spread this word over there because this is educational. This is what you are setting yourselves up for. If they record you guys in this manner, put you up on Pornhub or one of those sexual, porno sites, know this is for life. It's forever. You'll be sitting over there in Gambia. You don't know what's happening, but every pervert around the world is watching you masturbating to you. So the illusion of this thinking that people have money, anyone coming from America have money, it can hurt you. It can definitely hurt you.
To serve them. What do you think about that?
That's too bad. That's nasty to me.
You see, say that nasty word again.
That's nasty to me because you can't have a lot of men. That one is
The terminology is called
like
microchimerism, okay, where a male's DNA is in one female with multitudes of DNAs. I have OCD with used vaginas, but
don't like that.
yeah, just
Just hate it if I see somebody doing that. I will hate it totally. So I don't think I could do it.
So, is there anything else you want to say about marriage?
Oh, just think marriage one lifetime. No divorce, no nothing. So I don't want to get married and then divorce. That will blow my head off. Yeah, but the best is happily married and then have fun, stay happily, loving, caring, respect. I think that's the best that I could say. And that's the only thing that I could give out to him.
Yes. And so I try to teach women and men the positives and negatives of polyandry and polygyny. Polygyny is the term where one man has multiple wives. A lot of people.
Guys, so this guy, not only is he the one in pursuit of this, it's like he record this video, and like some of you are saying, it's an advertisement. He is sending message to other perverts like him to let them know, I found new fertile ground. I found new fertile ground. Where the young ladies here, they are naive. They don't know what's going on. So we can just take advantage of them. Let's just, earn their trust and it's game on. So Gambians and other Africans definitely need sensitization. I know it's so easy over there in Gambia for people to just trust just anyone. But the world is not all sunshines and butterflies. Just because you are seeing people come, you don't know who these people are. Just because you're not familiar with this type of individuals, saying, "Oh, we're not used to this," it doesn't mean the people do not exist. And obviously, the Gambian officials, they need to do their due diligence, and know the background of the type of people they are letting into that country. Because you're literally allowing sexual predators of all kinds to come there and prey on innocent young Gambians. This should be a teaching moment. A teaching moment.
People don't understand what polygamy is. Okay, polygamy is a generalized term for the many types of poly relationships out there. So if you just look in the dictionary, you'll find out yourself. But I came out here to the Gambia to meet her because she is chocolate and she is sweet and she is good enough to eat. Okay. And
Yeah.
no, we can't talk about that here, okay, right? But other than that, okay, um, what else is you would like to say? Well, I usually come up with something to talk about. Okay, go ahead. What else you would like to say about Gambia and the people of Gambia?
Oh, wow. We believe in our culture and our
Is
traditions.
your religion mostly Muslim or mostly Christian?
No, for us, we have the majority of us are Muslim, but we have a lot of Christians here, but majority is Muslim.
Would you say that many women are still virgins in the Gambia or not?
Yeah, I can say that, but some can say a lot of them because
What
I don't.
Guys, are you hearing the type of questions he is asking? These questions are signaling, like I said, sending the message to his fellow perverts. Who ask these types of questions? Who talks like this? This is really sick, people. This is sick. Exporting sexual predatory behaviors internationally. This is what that is.
is the
Know.
percentage that you think that is going to most likely be non-virgins? Because when I'm in the car, I
Yeah.
see a lot of women. I can smell that they're not virgins.
St. James, I would be I would join you in that prayer because they certainly need it.
Yeah.
Okay, and so I'm telling you, what do you feel? All of the
Like it
females.
should be like 45% because I can't say.
I was just about to say, yo,
Mm.
you said 45%.
Yes.
You said 45% are virgins.
Yes. I can
See,
testify that.
you read my mind. I was
It,
about to say that. I was about to
because
say that.
in my house,
I believe 45%.
in my house,
Okay.
all my sisters think we are. I can't do say them because I can tell them that this is what you're supposed to do. But we have people who guide us. We ourselves guide ourselves, and we tell us if we date.
This is beyond sick. I don't know any even Gambian woman that would have such conversations. Maybe it's been a long time. Maybe I've been so long far removed from the place, but this is not what it was like as far as I remember. Sitting there, with a stranger to have this type of conversations, this is not a thing. People, this is what I want you to understand. Something is not right with this young lady herself. Something isn't right. But this is the type of world perverts like him want to create. So he's excited about the amount of girls who keep their virginity. And TMK, you're right. She says they pride themselves in keeping their virginity. But I mean, I don't know what is going on over here, but let's listen more. We would maybe find out what's happening.
Hi, Prime.
How you doing, Ashun?
I'm okay. This is crazy, isn't it? This is the second time I played this
Yeah,
video.
my friend, she's into the same thing you're into.
Mhm.
Um, Graciana, I think you talked to her briefly.
Mhm. I
Yeah,
think so.
yeah,
Yeah.
she was talking about that on the spiritual level, the incubus and the succubus,
Mm.
and you got these kind of men that go around and they look to damage women for life, with looking for like then this guy in particular, it seems as if he's looking for virgins
Mhm.
to in a country where there's very strict laws of like the Sharia law to damage, you know,
Mhm.
and it's all I you got to recognize the spirituality behind these things. You know what I'm saying? When in the motivations for people who sometimes they'll claim that they're schizophrenic, but behind the scenes they'll admit that they have other spiritual issues that plague them too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely hear you because this guy. Hold on, excuse me. Right, this guy. From what I get from him, right, he's done this before. So
Hmm.
he's one of those predators who's practiced certain things before, and now he's not afraid to show it on camera. And not only that, like you said, is it's the targets that he's going for as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, um, yeah, the succubus and incubus thing. Yeah, it does come into play with this as well. But I
Hmm.
think with him, it's a lot deeper because the mental health thing that he has, which he's already admitted to
Oh
already
yeah.
on
Hmm.
camera, which means that how if rubbed up the wrong way, he probably can hurt the women that he's involved with. Well, there was actually a video that said he did hurt one of the women he was involved with. Actually, he's actually beaten up one of the wives.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, he this issue here, whether it's in America, wherever, because I know you highlighted Nature Boy. I wish you did more videos, Prime. Your videos are really good.
Yeah, I
Um,
appreciate it.
you need to do more videos. Um, 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 uh, People like him and others, whether it be in America, England, wherever, they need to be highlighted. And the fact that he's going over to such places, he's making not
Yeah,
only
he's going to places like Ethiopia.
yeah,
You know, I think he was in what African brother from again? I think he's
he's
from
from
Ghana,
Gambia.
Gambia. Okay, yeah. So these places, very conservative. Uh, they practice. Their religions are very conservative also,
Hmm.
and to do such damage to these girls and have no real hope or want to like marry
Hmm.
them or give them a decent life is just complete manifestation of evil from my point of view.
Yeah, it
You know.
is. It is. It's very much so because I've been following a lot of these trafficking situations as well, and I also followed the cult thing, which is going on a lot. The one with the guy where he had these children and turned them into wives and all that. To me, they're all connected. It does as well, and
Hmm.
it's amazing because black men probably a long time ago would not be heard of doing these things, even though it's done behind closed doors.
Yeah.
But the fact that people's coming out on social media and showing their asses, which I think is a good and a bad thing, because at least you know their faces. So something can be done.
Hmm.
Somebody did mention authorities. I think the Gambian authorities did get. I think people actually went to the Gambian authorities, but I don't know because I have to wait for Afridamus to literally give the information because I'm not teed up on that one. But yeah, but on the American side, I think that how once you lot got his name, because I know you lot are good at all that research and stuff.
Hmm.
Excuse me, right? Once you lot got his name and stuff, right? Something probably can be done from your ends too, because he needs to be locked up. Um, yeah, yeah, he just needs to be locked
Yeah,
up.
most definitely. Most definitely. And I am noticing someone told me about the fact that they're getting more African girls to get on these webcams and stuff. And a lot of them are looking very young, from these African countries on the internet. Like there's a
Yeah,
website called Chatterbait, and most of the black girls on there are from either South America or from Africa now.
yeah,
And it, and then it was also this. I heard a story of this white guy that was on one of the porn sites, and he pretty much preyed on going to places like Kenya and certain other parts of Africa, and knowingly having HIV and infecting these girls.
Oh,
You
right. I
know,
didn't hear about that one.
yeah,
Oh, Ross.
hmm
You actually, go on.
yeah, there's just the sex tourism. You know what I mean? And now they even going to the point of they got these young girls on webcams and stuff all over the world now. In particular, South Africa and other places, of the African diaspora where there's a lot of poverty, and they're exploiting these young girls now.
Hmm.
And in these countries, it's very easy to fake IDs and things like that. So these perverts know exactly what they're doing. You know,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, because Afridamus talks about a situation that happened in Haiti where a man put out a video with a young one, and I think they got him. I can't remember whether he said they got him or not, but he did use one example from Haiti. But we all know that the UN at one point was doing what they were doing in it.
They
So
was actually raping little boys at the
yeah, there
UN.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
definitely was.
I think there was even a video on World Star something where they caught one of the UN soldiers. Actually, they was passing a little boy around.
I
You
think
know,
it was. I think
I
it
think it
was
was some
you.
French UN soldiers or Russian. I'm not sure, but
Yeah, I think it was you who mentioned it. Actually, I know it was you.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I think it was you who mentioned it. Actually, I don't think it was Afrodam. Maybe Afrodamus mentioned, but yeah, it's the same video that you're talking about.
yeah. It was a video where some UN soldiers was raping a boy.
The
You know, yeah. So
world's
you
not
know,
safe.
yeah.
It's not safe for the next generation now. It just seems like it's very unstable.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
just
that's why we gotta promote families more than anything. We have to remove ourselves from certain cultures within every society, whether it be here or in Africa or throughout the African diaspora as Black people,
hmm
um, where it's a promotion of the lowest of our society, standards. Like so, we have the whore culture, pimp culture, and also the drug dealing culture, and these things are celebrated in our culture, but what happens is there's a lot of hurt and pain that comes behind that, and
Mm.
also promotes broken families
Yep.
and things like sex trafficking and pedophilia and
Yep.
exploitations of all kind. So
Mm.
we have to get back to being more conservative around the world because you know pretty much these guys, they can go to these places because there's an underworld in these cultures where
Mhm.
you can go places and you can find an underage girl or just find a girl in general for dirt cheap. Because I remember back in the day, I used to go to the gym back in 2000, and this was one guy. He used to fly to Jamaica and say he was having threesomes for $20.
Mm-mm.
You know, that's how bad it was at that time. With the
Wow.
yeah. So these type of guys brag about these type of things.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they have
Hmm.
no shame.
Yeah, like even the Dominican Republic right now, they still go there. Be guys in their 60s going to the Dominican Republic for sex tourism.
Hmm.
So I mean, no matter how poor we are, we always have to protect our kids, our family members. You know what I'm saying? And just teaching the morals. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And the reasons why, because these women they'll end up being outcast at some point. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
True.
Yeah.
Very true. Because it's not like in the West where probably like you get saved by like a woman can live by herself possibly without a man, but
Yeah.
you still need the man in it. Right? You still need to have that co-parenting thing. You still need to have that
Hmm.
link to, I would say, not uncles or whatever, but the father. You have to have that link with the father, and as well, and pardon me, a very good relationship with children, with your girl children, sons, daughters as well, and also I think also with these African countries as well, even though there is positiveness happening over there, there's always these negativity coming over
Hmm.
and spoiling it for everybody else. So like they're gonna make it harder for people to go over
Yeah.
as well. They're gonna mash up the whole thing. So
Yeah. My
um,
uncle he has a wife and a family over in Kenya. But he's bought land for them.
mm,
He's provided for them, and he goes over from time to time.
mm,
And he's gonna, and I think by next year he's planning on just retiring there, spending the rest of his life there in Kenya.
mm,
And he has a whole family over there we never seen before. But he, at least he's taking care of them, and he just didn't abandon the women, and he's well respected when he goes there because they know that they see what he's doing for his family. So I mean, there's ways that Americans can be respected in some sense, but you have these psychopaths like this that they go out and they wreak havoc and damage, and they spoil it for good-hearted people.
mm-hmm,
That are really looking to just start over in the motherland and be accepted.
mm.
Hmm.
Yes, yes, yes. Is this, yeah, yeah. Because when I first saw this, I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to go and discriminate and go beat up the man, to be honest.
Yeah.
And to be honest, if he was in Trinidad and the West Indian countries, like you say, the other countries, they would have already machete this man already.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
he would not be standing. He wouldn't even live to say he's on YouTube. That would never happen. So
Yeah,
um,
that girl, that look like she's about 14, 15 years old.
yeah,
You,
that's what one
you
person
can't tell
just
me
said.
that girl is of age in the picture there.
Yes, yes. From
Yeah.
her, the cheekbone give it away.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, like she just came out of being 10 years old, man. But yeah, yeah. So yeah,
But she's 10 years old?
no, no, no. But
Oh,
that's
okay.
how she looks. You know, the
Yeah, yeah.
facial structure.
I'll give about 13, 14 at the most to me, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But I give her like preteen or a teenager. But she's definitely not 18 from what I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Same. Yeah. I could see she's a little one. You know, Miss Wise says she looks like a little one.
Mm,
So so this is I forgot the word for it now. There's the word something rape. Statutory rape, that's the word.
yeah.
Even though I don't know if I can use that word on YouTube, but I don't say it already.
Yeah.
Statutory rape, that's what he's doing to a minor. So
Exactly.
so if this was America on the flip side and this was going on, obviously, right, he would have got reported, they would have got him, he would have been wherever he is, wherever. But obviously, right, he's obviously not taking his meds because his eyes are a bit loopy. Um, what's he saying out of his mouth is a bit crazy. And yeah, basically, he would have done get punched down a long time. I don't care. And the the Gambians down there, because they're welcoming to foreigners. I think this is where it's going wrong again, because there was an article out about people getting the little children and being in bars with them and all this stuff, and this is well, nearly the same situation. So it's either her parents know or they don't, or well, I think her parents don't know what's going on. That's what I think. So that's my opinion on that.
Yeah, and but also like that's the poverty, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? And there's children that grow up in orphanages
yeah,
over there too,
yeah.
and they a lot of them on their own, and
Hmm.
you know, and it's just unfortunate, you know what I mean? And these predators, they're just looking to exploit, just just find always trying to find a loophole to exploit,
Hmm.
and just looking
Hmm.
at what may be the age of consent in, say, for example, you find out the age of consent in Gambia, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like, but in that culture, at least you're supposed to take that woman to wife and take care of her, but this guy's just doing it for out of just sexual lust,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. It's just beyond me, really. This is just beyond me. That's so. As I was on another YouTuber that I know. Her name's Real Talk TV.
But I gotta subscribe to it.
Oh yeah, she's
Yeah,
very good. She's very
yeah.
good. Um, she was talking about Nature Boy and the abusive situation that was on the Bigo, and yeah, when you go and subscribe, you'll see us. The last
I,
video she
I
did.
haven't I haven't kept up with him in a long time. I think after I did that video, like even when I did that video on Polite, I think that was maybe around 2017, and I think I may
Mm,
have did that on him in 2018, maybe, or
mhm.
but I haven't really been keeping up with Nature Boy that much, you
Mm.
know.
Yes, he's a whole lot of right now.
Yeah.
That's all I can say on that
Oh.
one.
Yeah, I've heard that he was openly with he opened up about being with transgenders, and if that's
Yeah,
what he want to do, that's what he want to do, but
yeah.
I just can't see how the women. Well, I can see. I mean, the internet is a place where you can have a mental illness, and then you can actually broadcast that mental illness all over the internet, because see, people don't understand when they do these promotions against him
Mm,
what's happening. Even there is certain kind of like sexual deviant type of fetishes that people are
mhm,
into, like
mhm,
for example, it's one called corpophilia,
mhm,
where it involves feces.
mhm,
And when he was talking about him pooping in the woods, so on the tree,
mhm,
that appeals to some people that
mhm.
are in that. Out of the maybe the tens of thousands,
Yeah.
you'll get maybe 7 people that's really in agreement with that. They're
Mhm,
looking to, they're looking for these things. So like when people get on, they start talking about their sexual deviancy online, how you was with the dog and the zoophilia, whatever it is,
mhm,
even the references to pedophilia. These women that have these sex same dysfunctions, they are he's like a magnet, and he attracts these people. And there's also another way for a guy like that to blackmail women that have these dark fetishes, because trust me, they're out here.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah. 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 It's very much so because since he's on Bigo now. So
Hmm.
since he's been on Bigo, he's met a transsexual there, and he was gonna make her a chiefess, but she didn't
Oh
come up
wow,
for some reason.
wow, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. He was gonna make her a chiefess. Some reason why she didn't go over to. I can't remember the reasoning behind it. And
We know they need a lot. They need a lot of maintenance to keep up their look.
yeah,
So they just can't be living in the bushes and stuff like that.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
Hmm.
So 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 because of certain things as well with the girls, with the ladies that is around him. We
Hmm.
know that they've been through some kind of something going on with him as well. And then he, well, coming up to date now, he's gone. The tribe's not with him now because he only got
Oh,
rid of them this week.
they got their tribe got rid of Nature Boy.
No, he got rid of the tribe this week.
Oh
They're probably
wow.
in a shelter somewhere. Who knows? Because he lies. And then so he started promoting underage things on his thing on the Bigo. He's just talking a certain way, and I think people are picking up on him because before the people was in agreement with him. So now he's talking. Now they're hearing something else. And real talk. The last video she's done it was where he plays this character. So pardon me. When you go on there, you will see for yourself because I don't want to go into it because I don't want to spoil the surprise for you.
Oh wow.
I don't want
Nothing surprises me about that guy.
to.
Like, and the thing is, if you notice, I did that video on him. I had put the spirit of Pan on him, right? You seen
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
Yeah,
I saw
because
that one.
that's that panism, where they're into everything. You know what I
Everything.
mean?
And
And
the dog
it used to be I talked about it last night briefly, but it used to be sex cults that was more open back in 2008. I used to see on YouTube,
mm.
and it was a guy named Azazel in the conscious community, and he was pretty much talking
I heard
about,
about him.
yeah, he was talking
Yeah,
about you must experience every sexual thing possible. You know what I mean? These things was talking open. I think a lot of the conversations went over the average person's head, because
yeah,
you just like for my normal everyday life and our cognitive dissonance of you know being normal, you wouldn't think that there's people out here that actually are into every type of thing.
mm.
And the truth is, yes, they are. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
You know, and Nature Boy is just a culmination of the pansexualism. To the highest degree,
yeah,
where
definitely.
there is no limits on.
No,
Yeah,
no, no.
yeah.
He is very disgusting as an individual as well.
Hmm.
I used to call him the bimbo. When I used to see him on people's channels, he comes over to me as a bimbo, a brainless bimbo, like he just needs the blonde wig on his head and away he goes. He's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to me because see how we're having this conversation. You can't have a constructive conversation with him. And
Hmm.
I know for men that is a big importance to have a conversation with a woman. With women, it's the same. If we can't have conversations with you and you're all about underneath,
Yeah.
that don't work with some women because she just find it very boring.
Hmm.
After a while, the sex will turn into a chore, and
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah.
But um, he's like so cool. Where I think also because he was in the sex industry as well, he's just yeah. He's
He's
a basic
probably
bimbo.
sexually burnt out from the normal, even the normal homosexual stuff. Don't even turn him on,
Yeah,
because he did it as a trade.
yeah,
That's just like when I used to when I first started in the warehouse years ago. That I had to work my way up to management, but I was on the floor,
mm,
and it's brutal. So anytime you look at something that's work, it's like you said, it becomes a chore. Like, oh man, I got to get up,
Mm,
and lace up my boots and
mm,
all this kind of stuff and go to work.
mm,
So for them, a lot of times that's how you get people that get into like the darker spectrums of sexuality because the normal stuff no longer works for them. You know what I mean?
mhm,
Because it's like it's not healthy for men to, like in the scriptures it says that it's not healthy for a man to, in the apocrypha, in the book of Sirach,
mhm, mhm,
you know, a man that deals with harlots too much will become impotent, meaning
mhm,
that it won't, over time, once you've been with so many women, you're not going to be a woman is not going to turn you on after a while.
mm.
So it's not always good for men. Men brag about it in the West that how many women they embedded, but um, over time, you know, we have been with so many women and you done had the fantasies come true or whatever. Now that stuff doesn't turn you on. Now your curiosity leads you down a more of a more and more of a deeper and darker path. It's just like drugs, you know.
Yep, yep, for real, for
Yeah,
real, for real. He just he as a man, right? I mean, because people talk about these alpha men. I've been around alpha and I've been around beta,
yeah,
and a woman can smell a beta man a mile away. If
yeah. I
she
was told
is,
I was a beta this week, right?
oh yeah, I remember.
By a woman who said she wasn't good enough for me. I'm just like,
Oh wow, oh
in
wow,
text message, she wrote it down, right?
oh
But
wow.
they still doing videos on me right now.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
Prime, you're still going through it?
Oh no, I'm done with it. Look, the community knows they know what time it is with them both.
Mm,
Um, and you know, I I'm an Israelite, and I I even when I even told Tripsy when I came to the treehouse that wherever I go, I'm gonna this for me it's a spiritual warfare wherever I go because of who I am, you
mm,
know. And there's certain spirits that don't like me, and
mm,
there's certain spirits that are attracted to me, and I have to. I just know that's gonna happen to a certain degree. I didn't at first. I just thought everything was gonna be peaceful because it was just real peaceful when I first came into this.
mm,
But I already knew that somewhere along the line it was going to go left, but it's not nothing that I'm worried about now when it comes to what they're doing now, because
mm,
they're just beating a dead horse. They're just two broken people. But I
mm,
really hope that them both find sobriety, and I want to talk about sobriety, you know,
mm,
and even with how a man becomes like this, even when it comes to sexual perversions, a lot of it becomes because these you burnt out. You
mm,
burnt out on the regular stuff. It doesn't turn them on anymore. So it's just like somebody smoked weed all day. Soon they have to start lacing it with something.
mhm,
Have to go deeper and darker until they get into the now they on meth.
mhm.
Now they on flocka, or now they on something even heavier like that. What's that? Uh, what's that drug out there now that's killing everybody?
Oh God, I forgot now. Oh
Yeah,
God, I heard it. I heard the name recently. I probably can't.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I can't remember the blinking name because like some of
Mm.
them drugs, right? Like you hear so much drug spice. This one meth. What's the next one? That one that was making them drop down and Molly,
Yeah,
Molly.
that
That's
the
the next
flocka was the
one.
one making him go crazy, but this one,
Yeah.
the one I'm trying to think of right now, it's it's 40 times stronger than heroin.
Yeah. Wow.
So and it's almost impossible to get off of it.
Hmm.
It's killing a lot of young white kids.
Hmm.
But excuse me, but like I said, that's why we have to start teaching more sobriety on every level and the benefits of it. Just even with the sex, also for men. Like if a man goes 7 days without sex, his testosterone level goes up 150%. That's science.
Mhm.
So you know, then if you know that, and that means you get more muscle, you're more masculine, you're 150 times more masculine. You know what I mean? So what man doesn't want to be more masculine? But now we're in this culture where there's perversion on the norm. When you go on your Facebook, Instagram, it's in your face, and
Mm,
then it's causing a lot of people to they get burnt out on the regular stuff. The
mm,
regular things doesn't turn them on anymore.
mm.
And so now you got guys like that. They want to go around and he's getting off of the violation of young women by actually taking their virginity in cultures where it's going to cause them. It could cost them their lives. That's
Yeah.
how serious it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. 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 And he doesn't care. He doesn't. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a hoot.
Hmm.
He, as long as he gets what he gets, he's cool. Because by the time a man has to mention, I have to put a strap on.
Yeah.
That's when you have to look at the man's side. Is like what?
Yeah. I think the girl was doing it for him too. So
Yeah.
that's what happens. You know,
Hmm.
that's what happens when you have wasted yourself. I've I was friends with. I've just before I came on, and I was just talking with a friend of mine that I know. Um, she's in the same type of spirituality that you're into,
Hmm.
and she was well known years ago, but
Hmm.
she was telling me about like the power of for a man to abstain from sex or watching porn, masturbation. You know what I mean? And the thing is, like when a man start to understand the science behind how they're actually making themselves more deficient by wasting themselves,
Hmm.
um, then you understand. Then you can appreciate that kind of knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Hmm.
And that's what I'm saying about sobriety on every levels, whether it be alcoholism. As I see, like the person that I have, really that one person I have issues with that's using another person.
Hmm.
But that person in particular, is a nice person outside of the vice.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure if people get to know this guy, he might be a lot of times these type of people that come off very charming when they're
Hmm.
sober or they're just doing the everyday thing, but they'll have yeah, fentanyl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come off very charming to people,
Yeah.
but the thing is that demon or that vice that they have, it it just destroys everything good in their life. And it's
Hmm.
just like, you know, I'm a Israelite, but I'm gonna use just no disrespect to whatever you believe, but just like in the Bible, it was talking about um, the man that was possessed by the demons called Legion.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his father said every time that he get these spirits, he throws himself in the fire. So these type of issues, these vices that people have, it usually ends up putting them in the situations where they're throwing themselves in the fire. They
Hmm.
damage themselves. They lose their reputation and respect. How many great people we know have lost their lives behind, you know, their vices.
Hmm.
And like this guy, most likely he's gonna lose his life. When people
Yep.
start you promoting him, people
Yep.
find out who he is, they're
Hmm.
not gonna play it. They're gonna take his head.
Hmm.
So, you know,
Or
because
worse.
yeah, if I see him in my community, like, I ain't gonna say I kill him or nothing, but he gonna catch a real nice beat down. If I know he's doing
Yeah.
some weird stuff like that, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I think he says where he comes from in one of his videos. But I did, but like he said, I did put the tag in the description so you can go find him as well. But I'm gonna I'm gonna also find Fuller Sports link and put it in the description box too, so
Mm,
that you can actually see this ingrate as well, because because I'm the same like you, right? Though I'm in the ether, all right, I'm not fully in it, but I
mm-hmm,
understand it, right? And also I think that when you restrain from certain things, even as a woman, you can be right. You can be Ocean. You can be the most beautifulest. whatever, carrying the pantheon upon your head, on your ori, and
Mhm.
you have to learn to control that side of you. That's why when women go on the social media, okay, and they're doing yoga and all this, and you can see everything, because, like you said, social media it's coming like a form of porn. It's like you're watching porn all the time,
Yes, it
flipping.
is. Yeah.
It's very annoying for
Mhm.
me, a woman who's not that way inclined, because I find I have to hide pictures and shit like that, which I don't. I shouldn't have to do all that. And
Mhm.
and yeah, at one point, even the women have to be celibate. Like me, I call my like I am in chrome form, and like I always say, at a young age, because
Mhm.
I'm older than my age, and my mindset and everything. And because I was raised by who I was raised by, I think older as well. So
Yeah, I'm a last child of older parents, so I get what you're
no,
saying. Yeah.
yeah, exactly, innit? It's like you're older than your age, innit?
Yeah, that's why I get along with somebody like Gary, because I was raised like my mom would probably be his mom. You get what I'm
Mm,
saying? Because
mm,
like my sister, my oldest sister is 55,
mm.
55, 56 years old. No, she's about to turn 56, and I'm 41. So
Oh, you're younger than me.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm 46.
Hmm.
So, 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 so to me, there's limits as well, um, because like once you know yourself and your how you stay, okay. I mean, and I'm not saying I'm perfect, by no means, I'm not,
Oh,
but
no one is, I would say.
yeah, but at the same time, even as a woman, celibacy have to come for you at a certain pace. Sometimes you just have to just sit down and be quiet and just
Hmm.
get on with you or your children or whatever you're dealing with, because 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 you can have sex anytime. Really, sex is not a
Hmm.
necessity; it's just a bonus, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's just like the prize. But some people just want to get off on this, like it's something like, you know what I mean? And I just think, yeah, and I agree with what you're saying, and I also agree with the woman that you spoke to as well, because at one point, right, you have to be the elder and just sit down and relax, and because even when you're older, right, you can meet a companion or whatever, but
Hmm.
sometimes it's not every single hen or cock that pass you must run to it neither. So um yeah, that's how I think. Like, so
Hmm.
basically, I don't know whether I'm droning on. I tend to
Oh, no, 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 no. You enlighten me. No, you enlighten me. I'm listening.
I tend to waffle. Um so
It's your show. I mean, that's what they want. Everybody came here to hear you talk, so you can't rant on your show. You know.
uh, it's so because it's so weird when there's someone else on here. I'm so used to talking to myself, or
Oh
sometimes,
no, I will come through and I'll talk with you anytime.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I'll tell my friend because she's into the same type of spirituality. She's from Senegal.
Oh, Senegal.
Gracia. Yeah, she's an African woman.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, because Miss Wise is one of my originals. Real Talk. Who
Hmm.
else is there? I can't remember all of them, but the ones that normally come past through is Miss Wise, Real Talk, Ivy, which you met already, and so normally it's just us. Oh yeah, Lordship. When he's about, the odd one will drop from the bushes. There was Blue Girl at one time. So um, yeah, it's yeah, some things need to be spoken about, like in the community, because the
Hmm.
only way things can change is when we either talk about it. But to me, right, I like to get links to what you call it, them .org, them change.org and stuff. 'Cause I find they work, because I've put it on my channel before and it's worked.
Yeah.
CPS, illegal kidnapping, all that, it's worked on my one. So
Yeah, you really going in depth on your channel. So I mean, this is the kind of video that's needed.
Yeah.
Because a lot of channels. This is what your channel reminds me of how YouTube used to be before the sensationalism,
Mm,
and you can sit down and you can learn about something in the real world that's really going on and it's affecting people's real lives instead of just drama and beef and you know roasting. These type of videos are what's needed.
mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because previously I was doing on spirituality and missing people that died in Britain, Americas. Because because I've also come from the conscious realm. So
Mhm.
the woke family, well, woke people, well, they're not
Yeah.
really one family, but you know what I mean. Yeah. So, so,
Yeah.
so I have a understanding of that because I did fall out from them. I did drop off from them a few times, but I have my toe in there, not my whole body in there, because it's always good to know what's going on their side of stuff, and always
Yeah.
good to know what's going on in the real world, basically, and that's how I look at it like that. So I was in a box before with Nation of Islam and not so much Rasta. Rasta ain't as strict, but Nation of Islam. So yeah, I know. So when you talk about Hebrew
Mhm.
Israelites and that, um, I almost did become, nearly did, I think, because I did meet a couple down over here. So when I hear of ones like you, it's interesting. I mean, I'm not into the
Mhm.
Bible as much, like
Well, well, well. My issue is um the thing is I was part of a group and
Mhm.
I'm pretty much like a traveling minister to a certain degree. Not
Okay.
yeah that they know about. Oh, they know what I'm doing,
Mm,
but even I got to keep it a secret who I was with because I
mm,
realize everybody wants to expose everything, and I'm glad my brothers are not being affected by the things I got infected with. You know what I'm saying? I have to be I'm very glad I didn't mention their names, and
mm,
but I talked to one of the second in command of the camp, and
mm,
they said no, I told them I would come back. They said no, you're doing the right thing. But like the thing is, I would say like Paul, I'm the least of the Israelites, but what I do speak more than anything against is vanity.
mm,
Because even when you start talking, because this guy, one of the main things as far as um, being vain, when you think about, um, so when you think about like the vanity of a lot of things
mm,
with pride, like he just got calling himself an alpha male, you know what I
mm,
mean? And the issues that goes along with that. A lot of times, these certain guys that got to promote themselves, they have to get out there and they have to try to find and show how to people that they are alpha male through their actions,
mm.
through having women around them and pictures and things of that nature. And spiritually,
Yeah.
I actually snuck on one of his um, backup channels that nobody watches and did a video on me and some other guy. But and on her page too, her page also, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So
Miss Wise, you have to go on to community to find out what's going on and
mhm.
follow
Don't go
Tripsy.
over there. Don't
Well,
give
don't go
him
over there,
no
but
kind of.
yeah,
Don't give
just
him no kind of attention. That's what he want, and
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
why he doing that. He think people go flock over there.
No, it's not gonna happen.
I know, but I'm
Yeah.
saying don't give him no more attention because all it is ammo.
Yeah.
Everything you say, he gonna try to twist it. The sooner y'all leave it alone, the more bored he'll be, and the faster he'll leave everybody alone. Just,
Mm,
Yeah.
just
yeah.
give everybody a couple of days, and it'll sort itself out. Let him
Mm-hmm.
shadow
Oh
box
no,
you.
I'm not gonna do any videos on them. You know.
See, why is
Um
Tripsy has come to has come into the building?
Yeah, I know,
Just
right?
woke back up for some strange reason. Miss Wise to you, you ain't missed nothing. Just be glad. Just be glad
Yeah,
you
you know,
woke
you're just
up
glad. Be
today.
glad that you're over here.
Miss Wise, you ain't missed nothing, man.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
I had meant to ask you earlier.
Mm.
This dude, is he actually over in Africa?
He's
He's
in
from Brooklyn.
Africa somewhere. He's in Africa. I think he's back in Ethiopia now.
Did anybody call the mental hospital and make sure they are not missing a patient?
No, nobody's done no inquiries on him, as far as I know. So I don't
So
know.
is he planning on settling over there, or is he planning on bringing these women back over here?
Planning on settling over there by the sounds of it.
Well, if they underage, they'll get them at the border. Somebody tip them off.
They should do, but there's a video with an Ethiopian girl who is filming her. She's got her back to the camera, and it's like she doesn't want to be on there on the video at all, and the other one's hiding in the house. Well, like because he pans on her, she comes out the door of the house. So right there, you can see what he's about even more. But I mean, the Gambian authorities people suggested that to Afridamus as well and stuff. Sorry, I've got a bit of wind going on. But that was already asked. Like we people asked Afridamus, have you done this? And there's Fuller who's from Gambia as well, and I think there was a few other Gambians in the chat. So I don't think they've done some of the what said something, but I think something's happened because he's taken down this video here. I think this video is gone.
They didn't. Somebody done got folk on him.
Yeah,
So he trying to cover his tracks more than likely.
yeah, yeah.
But like,
So
has anybody located any of these girls' parents?
nobody's located. No, nobody's located because I've looked through.
There's a lot of
Um,
orphans in those countries too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. Sorry, I'm trying not to
And
make
my
a.
next question that I don't want to ask, you don't think he buying these girls, do you?
Who not? Well,
Or
Tripsy.
promising them something like a rich American husband?
Probably who? Yes. He must be buying the girls or something because because he has to give. When the parents see the first thing they notice is that he's from America, so they know the dollar is heavy with their shillings or whatever they have over there, whatever monies they spend over there. Pardon me, So yeah,
All I know is that girl in that picture looked like she been drugged.
she does. She does. Her eyes, isn't it? Her eyes give it away.
Mm-hmm.
And the way she keeps bowing her head, that she's flopped
Yeah, pupils
over.
are wide open. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pupils blazing,
Hmm.
just staring off into space. And she
Hmm.
looked like if he wasn't propping her up, she'd fall over.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the first video I did, I put up, it was the same time, about this same time I did it, which is strange enough. I'm actually doing it the same time I did it the last time. And a lot of people noticed the drugged up look, the age, how he was talking to her. What's the next thing? There's about five things they noticed. Most of the audience noticed on this first video here. Excuse me, on this first video here. So the evidence is in the face as well. It just needs to be screened, recorded, or right. You know how you lot are good, all them things, all them goodies there. Information, all that stuff needs to be found because I'm not. I'm only good at finding some information. I can't find all information on people like that. So yeah, have to leave to the
What's
experts.
the guy's Facebook? I'm not Facebook,
The
YouTube
name
page.
Matthias. Matthias Knowledge. Where do I put it now? I put it in the chat. No, actually, I'll put it in the tag. Matthias
Okay.
Knowledge.
Yeah, when you do these type of videos, you want to put their name now.
Yeah,
You know, because it's serious.
it is
Yeah.
deadly serious
Mhm.
because what he's doing, he's putting out the bat beam to the fools outside there, and um, yeah, I really wouldn't want it to go to be a case of um, see like how it is in Jamaica right now with the abductions in certain parts of Jamaica. I wouldn't want it to be
How
as
many
like that.
daggone pages he got? 6?
Well, innit? He's trying to hide himself, innit?
Now he got backups in case they start busting him down.
Hmm.
Because this one is 5, 6. Why am I doing it like that? This one's been up since 2014.
See, yeah, cause like Miss White say, it's exploitation of these young children all over the world. I wish I could help them. There
Oh,
is a way.
especially in Asia.
Yeah, there should be a
Uh,
way to help them from where we are, but yeah, I mean, it's. I mean,
Hard.
but I think that's one of the reasons why I will also on my channel I want to do a lot of global things with the African diaspora. You know
hmm
what I mean? To talk about these type of things
Mario
too. So
Mookie Lawson.
what's
yeah,
he?
because we like you say people want to know that us Black Americans care about the things that some of our people are doing in a file. Like that, and let them know like this is not our culture. This is not something that we promote.
Yes,
So like
yes.
and because I think that could cause a lot of vitriol and hate. That's
That's
They
what's
say he's
happening
from
now.
Brooklyn.
yeah.
That's what's happening now. Oh,
Hmm.
that's what's happening now because right now there is a divide going on already with the ideologies, the indigenous versus the Africans and all this stuff. So um, yeah,
Hold on. Born and raised in Brooklyn, I am an ex-male escorter, gigolo, sexologist, schizoologist, comedian, dynamic English teacher, empath, indigo, health nut, gamer, psychologist, therapist of sorts, emerald pill creator, educator, eccentric counselor for all sexes, Renaissance king, artist, Ethiopia travel, dating
Mm.
advisor, innovative, father, producer, healer, prodigy, esoteric knowledge, plus many other things, alpha.
Damn.
he all that and a, and, and a bucket of chips.
Should do a show on your channel on this too, Tripsy.
Yeah, exactly, Tripsy.
Eyes are looking. We can do it tomorrow, love.
Yeah, that'll
I get
be.
at work, of
Yeah,
course.
and need to put things like Ethiopia and wherever this guy's traveling, put his face as the icon picture with this girl next to him. Like, you need to put this guy on blast. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
and,
yeah. Well,
and, and the thing is, it's just like we have to talk about. Like I believe in charity, and this is one of the things that we have to do.
that's what.
To
That's why. Even Afridamus said to take a screenshot of the video. Oh, you need to drink some water,
Yeah,
lemon water.
they're gonna vape the wrong way. Excuse me.
It's okay.
But
Yeah.
let me do some digging tomorrow while I'm at work, and then I go live about it after work. So
Okay.
his name is Mandel Evans.
Okay. So when you do when you stream all these info, I'll put it on this channel, and then we kind of
Mhm.
get something up and running because the more people that sees this guy, the further it will go out.
yeah, we got to put his travels in the title of where
hmm
he at. You know,
Yeah.
because that way it'll pop up in in the search engine.
Yeah.
Well, let me pop back down from here because I gotta take my butt to bed. But
Okay.
yeah, I've been digging on this in the morning, and then
Mm.
yeah, after work tomorrow, I'll be on it.
All right.
All
All
right.
right.
All right,
All right. Thanks for coming up.
no problem. Peace.
Take
Peace.
care, Trissy.
You too.
All right.
Yeah. So this has to be done because, like I said, it's similar. It's just like the CPS thing, right? With the petition. If petitions are up under videos, people will tap them. People will definitely click them, or .orgs. They will do that because that's how you change the world. The little bit that you do
Mm-hmm.
changes the world. That's what I've come to
Oh,
learn.
I have a friend that's actually she just texted me too. She's an honorary queen in Gambia.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, yeah. She was just about to marry a prince over there.
Not ES.
Hmm.
Is it SES? What am I thinking? There was an American lady called ES. Oh, pardon me, excuse me. Billy's playing about tonight. Um, and uh, she was gonna make a village somewhere.
Oh, you might be talking about my friend then.
Yeah, it might be the
Her
same
name is
person.
Dr. Naima of weareomg.org. She built the Air Creek houses over there.
I think it's the same. No, this is a different lady. Oh yeah, it's a different lady.
Well,
Dr.
no,
Naima.
it's a few black women that's part of it, but she's just the
Okay.
founder of it.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yep. So basically, if people can make links and people can put on their videos, which is what I always
Hmm.
encourage in this part when it's got to do with children, youngsters, whatever. Yeah, this is how it needs to happen because these real stories need to be out as well as the YouTube stuff. But these type of things, yeah, needs to come out and be heard all
Yeah.
through. Even the so-called conscious community might even pick it up.
Yeah,
Basically,
I mean, no, this is good content. This is excellent content right here.
yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
this will expose a lot of the because these things need to be put out there.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah.
because like
So
the thing is that they're ruining these little girls' lives um that their whole future could just be up in shambles because of his perversion, and to me that's not fair.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah. It's
yeah,
true. And he's totally ruining her life because if she goes to get a husband now, as you know, in them African countries, it's all over for her.
yeah,
So yeah. So basically, yeah, I thought I'd bring it to the forum as real talk woke up my head just a while ago.
hmm.
Because at first I wasn't gonna do no video. I was gonna make the air on my
Well, that's what Trip C pretty much deals with is these type of issues and these type of guys. So
mm,
put them on blast. So this is
mm,
it's right up our alley. You should just co-host and co-host with us tomorrow. I'll
mm,
come up there too and put my 2 cents in. But I know you know more about it than I do, and we can help steer the conversation. Hmm.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So as it's like 5 in the morning, you
Mhm.
Americans always keep me up late.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm gonna actually rest myself. So
Yeah.
it's all
Oh,
good. But
it's not.
like the thing is, I came in kind of I was coming in and out because I had people calling me,
Mhm,
and so like I was coming in and out of the chat, and plus they did a live on me earlier. I just peeped in. It wasn't nothing serious, but
mhm,
um, I would say it's a very interesting conversation. These type of things need to be talked about. And like I said, they even have these same type of girls on those webcams now, like young
mhm,
girls looking like her,
mhm,
and you didn't have to wonder if all these women of age. So
Mm,
there's a lot of exploitation that's taking place over the internet, you know, because of the internet and
yeah,
because of things like digital currency, Bitcoin,
yeah,
you know, human trafficking as a result of Bitcoin,
yeah,
so
yeah.
these things just need to be talked about. But what you about to
Oh, pardon me. No, pardon, excuse me. My stomach is really doing a crazy. I just had to go drink some black pepper,
oh wow.
Seriously, it's either that or the chili, honestly. But um. So basically, I was supposed to do a video. Let me see when it was supposed to be. I was supposed to do Jelani Day. Oh, that one. I was actually going to do a light one, which is 90 Day Fiance. I was going to get that one out of the way. But, you know, when you're called to do certain things, put out certain information, you just got to do it.
Mhm.
So, I
I'm
guess,
gonna be paying very close attention to your channel from now on, and
yeah, you should go through my.
consider me
Oh,
a friend.
you should go through my old videos where I was
Mhm.
stammering a lot. I used to
Yeah,
stammer. I wasn't sharing screen. I wasn't able. So I have actually evolved a little bit. Um.
yeah. I have
So
to learn Restream a lot more. It's like I'm
yeah.
right now. I'm an amateur at it.
Oh, restream's easy. I mean, StreamYard's easy. No, StreamYard's even easier. Restream is good for certain things. I make use of a lot of things on the Restream because I see that I don't have to say nothing. I can just put it up and I could just talk through the chat and I could just put up my short video and go. You know what I mean? Because my recordings, I have to upgrade and I don't put out my cash app, which I supposed to, but I don't always do it. And
I don't see no problem with people putting their cash up out. Because the thing is, it costs money to run these streams. So
yeah, it
you
does.
know, yeah,
It does. Even to update it as well. Well, so but I like it like this in a kind of way. 'Cause I think it's good because I think to me, because if I had more functions, I'd be going crazy on here. I reckon my children would not see me. Okay, so
hmm
the fact that it's like this is good because at least like I can just do one quick one and close down the laptop or there's Karen watching other stuff or whatever, and I can be just in the kitchen. You know what I mean? Because if you follow YouTube, like your life will just be taken over by it.
yeah, yeah,
And some at one point
yeah.
at one
And the thing is, I'm getting my name out a lot more. So it's gonna be negative people. That's just part of it.
oh,
You
you
know.
probably have to clean house.
Yeah.
You probably have to clean house on that level, but
No,
but
I mean it's just gonna happen when you get bigger, because it's just like there's always someone like this channel. This channel right here is awesome to me.
mhm,
Um, it's a long form information on something that's messing up people's lives, and this is the kind of it reminds me of YouTube when I first got on, where
yeah,
you can sit on here and you can be educated on something to the point where like it very very well. You're a very good teacher.
oh,
So, you know.
thank you,
Mhm.
thank you. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Because I'm trying. I'm trying to take on compliments. I'm trying to get good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but but yeah, but I always wanted to do more stuff. I wanted to actually run a teaching program or certain stuff because I used to
Mhm.
be a therapist. I used to be a Reiki massage therapist, tarot reader,
Mhm.
and then yeah, that stopped for a long while. So I have to put my creativity in something else because otherwise, um, I'm a Sagittarian. I will once we get stagnant and bored, it's not good for us. Our mental health, basically, our mindset, everything. So we always constantly need to be stimulated or some form or fashion.
Mhm.
So yeah, so this is right up my street because I can just I'm curious as well. I'm very curious,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. I can see that.
curiosity gets you very far. And when I see something pop up, I go and check it out. and I see whether it is what it is or not what it is or whatever
Hmm.
before I put it up. Because one time I did put up wrong information on the slave patrol and I took it down. So when the information is wrong, I feel no way. I'll just take down the information basically, and if it's not bringing in the if the comments underneath, if the people in the comments are not getting stimulated and they're not saying a lot, then that's how I know how the video's going as well. Because I don't. It's good to look at the analytics sometimes, but it's also good to check with the real people because they're the one who make the channel as well. So I'm a very humble one. I haven't got time for you know, all that, all that. It gets me nowhere, and I just be myself, really. So how I
Hmm.
talk in here is the same way you see me in real life. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
pardon me, in a nutshell. Oh
Hmm.
my days, I'm so full of yeah, and I feel like I have to come off before I start doing some crazy noises on this YouTube here. Go embarrass myself now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's nice. It was nice talking to you and that. And I
Same
haven't.
with you.
Yeah, and
I'll definitely be back, and I'm gonna let my friend Graciana know about you because I know she's into the same type of spirituality,
uh-huh,
and she's very radical.
uh,
So the only thing is when you are talking to her, just kind of pull a string, what I mean, so she don't go too left. So, but
she's
yeah.
one of those.
Well, I'm the same way. That's why we're friends, right? You know what I mean? Sometimes I could get a little too amped up myself. So it's
But
not
that
a
don't.
bad
Well,
thing.
but that don't help sometimes, because when you're overly militant, right?
Hmm.
Uh, it's not always good. I
Yeah.
mean, I used to be very militant. I ain't gonna lie, but
I'm not.
some
I'm not. I'm nowhere near as militant as I used to be.
yeah, it
Yeah.
gets it right. You totally lose touch with everything else, and
Hmm.
you can't say whatever. Before it was like,
Yeah.
oh, Africans for the Africans.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you let's say that something happens to you,
Hmm.
you don't see nobody behind you. Yeah, you there look for them, you not see them.
Yeah.
So sometimes people need to calm down the militancy, save it for when you need it,
Yeah.
because that's what the other peoples is doing.
Yeah.
They will smile in your face, but then really they want to do you stuff. But they keep that side of them quiet, and this is
Hmm.
where we get it wrong as a people because we don't use like the art of war.
Yeah.
No, we
Yeah.
don't use Zeus. Like we are very reactionary. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I am a reactionary person. I am not gonna lie, but I have to use my reaction when I need it. I can't be
Hmm.
always piping hot, and then when the real thing come now, I ain't saying nothing. I can't defend nothing.
Yeah. The thing is, you always have to use wisdom in every aspect. Because you know, especially on the public forum, you just
Yeah,
can't just spaz out and just give it to them raw and real all the time.
yeah,
And I know that she know that because she has her own YouTube channel.
mm,
And even myself, like even those videos, I think I haven't watched them in a couple of years myself, but notice that I was a lot more militant in like my opinion of certain people and certain things. But that's something I have learned to quail down and try to get along with people a lot more. You
mm-hmm,
know, and I figure and I see that it works. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's why I didn't go into certain areas of YouTube when I came back on because I already knew how that would amp me up the wrong way.
mm-hmm,
Just being in those type of sectors. But it's just I like these type of videos and these type of forums because it's very educational and the thing is tomorrow we can really change somebody's life for the
yeah,
better. But getting this guy exposed. So
yeah,
you know I'm
yeah,
I'm all about change. So that's what I like.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
But when war is there, that's when that's when your true warrior self will come out. You can't
Mhm.
always be like a like a what do you call it, pounding your chest,
Yeah. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the West Indians say empty barrel make the loudest noise, and you don't want to be like that because people just look
Yeah.
at you, oh, this man's constantly making noise and duh, 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 duh. No, sometimes you
Yeah.
have to keep things a mystery.
Mhm.
You give people little. You don't need to give them your whole life story. You just
Yeah.
give them piece and piece and just leave it at that.
Yeah. I learned that lesson the hard way lately. So you know, just even a little bit I did give out was exploited. You know what I mean? So I've learned that I got to be more of a mystery to people than anything. Because I kind of felt bad about, like how you said, I didn't put out a lot of pictures. I didn't really go live with my face and video. And I'm kind of glad, like I'm like you, I'm glad I didn't give the audience too much. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And 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 okay, I know people don't like the alphabet community. I mean, all right, okay,
Hmm.
but Sean Davy Way, he's a good example. He's a huge channel. Everybody talks about him. Everybody, well, some people
Yeah.
talk about him. Okay, all right,
Yeah.
but he don't show everything. He don't really show all of his life and all that. All right, fair enough. He gets into beef, he does. He brings receipts. Sometimes, right. Sometimes, yes. Be ready with the receipts, which he was. But you just have to know when to, shoot the arrow. You don't have to shoot the arrow all the time. And
Hmm.
like Tripsy say, sometimes you just leave people, let them stew in their own pot. You don't even have to mention their names.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
let them stew. That's it.
Yeah.
Just leave it there, so. because because at the same time you're hurting yourself, and it's on, like you said, even on social platforms like this, whether it be your Facebook, your Instagram, whatever, people will dig and dig and dig. They will find who you are, right? So you have
Hmm.
to be mindful of certain stuff as well, mindful who you talk to.
Yeah.
Be choosy. I have selective channels that I go to. I don't go to everybody's channel. I don't pop up at anybody's.
Yeah. And Tripsy's been telling me that, like, I just can't go on everybody's channel now and just comment. Um, because of like that issue. But and I see the wisdom behind that.
Hmm,
And like I said, if like I will support anybody from the treehouse,
hmm,
but and then the people I'm gonna do a lot of interviews with will be one of the people that I know in my real life already. They already validated, and people at the treehouse also. I hope they will come by,
hmm,
but I'm not gonna try to. I really didn't want to get into a sector in the first place, to be honest. You know what I mean?
hmm,
Just wanted to do my own thing, but I love the people at the treehouse. Um, and it seemed like we all have a similar vibration about us for
hmm,
the most part. No
hmm.
matter what we believe,
Mm-hmm.
and that's something I like. So I'm here. I'm always going to be here for support. And with people there, and also with people in my real life that I'm going to do some interviews with coming up,
Mm-hmm.
because like you said, I have to be very careful of you know exposing myself, and even commenting now, you know.
Mm.
So I take your wisdom.
Yeah, yeah. Just be
Hmm.
selective. Just be selective, and check out people's mindset. Don't go in all guns blazing. Sometimes you have to listen and watch. Like the first time I met Tripsies, I wasn't sure about her. I said to Remy, I'm not sure, but I see another side to her. So now I
Hmm.
know. Okay, fair enough. Right, I could deal with Tripsies in a way. Right. Like I said to her, I ain't. Right, I'm not good with the roasting and all that stuff, but
Oh no, no,
but
that
but
ain't that
she,
ain't that ain't yeah, but that is not everybody's stick.
yeah, but she is a
Hmm.
fun channel. I mean, like
Yeah,
today, what she did for the couple, that
yeah.
I've never seen that done on any other channel. I've never seen
Hmm.
that. If I said I've seen that, I'd be lying. That alone just shows me that's a person who's a caring person. She cares about what's going on with the
Yeah.
world and whatever. And I said, okay, right? It's the same. It's the same with Remy. Remy,
Mhm.
when I first went onto Remy's channel, right? He was me and him was right the same thing I spoke about. He was on the same lines, right? And when he told me how young he was, I was like, "Raw." He, but he moves like an old man. He
Oh
moves like
yeah, I
he's
didn't know he
been
was
there
that young.
before.
I thought he was like my age or something though.
Yeah, he moves like a big man.
Yeah,
His
yeah,
mindset is of a big man.
yeah,
So so when he started doing his wisdom ones, a lot of people didn't used to turn up. When he started to do the pharaohs and stuff, people used to turn up. But gradually, I see he's grown. So that's why when I go on, I say, "Oh my God, you've grown!" Because you can't hate somebody for growing. You got to be happy for them. You got to be on the sidelines, the clapping, the right.
hmm
I think I am the cheerleading friend. I think that's what I am. I basically do think that's what I am. So um, I like the fact that how he's grown from where he was. Though he was a big channel before, but I see but I see he is an old soul. He's definitely an old soul. He's come back to change stuff. He ain't
hmm
about to play neither. And it's good to have it's good to have ones like that because like you need ones like that. You need the hot. Sometimes you need little hotheads, but then the little hotheads need to calm down.
yeah,
And you need to do more videos because that video you did of Nature Boy made sense.
yeah.
The only difference is I can't show YouTube videos on my channel because I get striked easily.
I Oh well, I think the way I did it may have made it where it didn't get struck.
Nah, it made sense though. It made
hmm
sense. It made sense still. It's just more people need to see it because there's
hmm
people who's talking about him. They might need to see that video. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
well, these video it's been out there, but I think one of the difficult parts about it is that we have to realize, and I think Trip C knows this the same thing, and but me and her both agree on this. There are people that are attracted to darkness and evil,
Yes,
you
there
know,
is.
yeah,
Yeah.
and to them that's the manner some for some women, and a lot of people don't like to say it because we try to protect women a lot with you know, but there are some women who are attracted to darkness,
Mm,
and so in that aspect,
tell me.
he's the hottest thing since sliced bread. Well, you know what I mean.
He's
So
but the next thing is I can say probably he did get promotion through all the videos because
yeah, he did. Yeah.
when I came across him at first he wasn't as big as he is now
hmm
to the stage he is now, right? So the awareness probably though his locations got found out um and everything, we still ain't got him off the internet. We still ain't got him. He's not in prison. He's not in prison, and he said too much. Right now he's saying too much. Right now, he needs to be locked up somewhere, well, in a padded room. That's where he needs to be right now, and
Yeah.
especially because he's 40 plus now. Because like he said, he's burnt out. So now He's talking all his madness. Right, he's trying to make certain things like okay, and it shouldn't be so. And I
Yeah, because
really.
he done went so far down to the perversion. A lot of those, diversion hole. I would say not a lot of.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Is that that it ain't? It really is. It's just the loss that's preventing him from the real dreams and aspirations that he have now.
Yeah, yeah, for the time being, because right now he's in Atlanta now.
hmm
So now he's in America. He's easy to touch.
Yeah.
No, but nobody ain't touch him. He was in New Orleans. He was easy to touch then. No man pull up where in New Orleans,
hmm
right? But what I'm saying is, you men like you need to. I mean, I'm not telling people to go out and do something. But he's done so much wrong. People just need to get that one put in the right place. The
Well,
right.
the thing is, there's a lot of men that we are these type of guys. They know how to move. You
Yeah, no.
know.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know, but
they know how to move, and I guarantee he disguised himself when he be out. Like people don't really.
not really.
Yeah. No, I'm
You
pretty
don't
sure when
know?
when he goes out, I've seen him when he was in Atlanta. He'll dress up like a normal street guy when he goes out. So
Yeah,
like
he
how he
tries to
dressed
be like a
behind
street guy.
closed doors. So you might just see him in the mall or just some guy, you know.
Yeah, he dressed like how you're dressed in this picture. When you see him,
Hmm. Yeah.
right, that's how he looks now, right?
Hmm.
He's just like how you. And you're saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm from New York, I'm from there, I'm from there, I'm from there." I still think something can be done. It just
Hmm.
all right. I think one victim's probably gone to the law or two now recently, right? But it needs
Hmm.
more, and the families actually do need to do more. Luckily, Velvet's not with him no more, but even she need help. She's bringing in
Yeah.
another child into the world.
Oh,
So
she's pregnant with another guy, baby or something.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
she needs help herself. Her mental.
Well, she's already admitted that she has mental issues.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. He was, some of these guys they look for girls who have these issues because there's checks that you can get. You know,
Mm.
they get the SSI check, and sometimes you'll get certain. He also had a few ex military veterans.
Yeah,
You
he did.
know,
Yeah.
yeah, and so it's pretty much gathering together a bunch of checks and food stamps and stuff, and that's Dr. York put together a cult based on food stamps.
Oh
People,
yeah, I remember hearing about that.
yeah, yeah, it was giving the people rice and beans and getting
Yeah,
women
can you imagine?
pregnant, getting their
Oh,
food stamp cards up, and
it's
so
crazy. It's crazy. But
yeah.
but yeah, but I'm gonna come up before I start doing a whole set of noises on this place here.
All right,
I'm gonna like embarrass myself.
yeah, same here. It's wonderful talking to you. I'll be back,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm definitely trying to lay low, so I'm gonna be on the channels. What I'm saying, with people,
Uh-huh.
and like you said, just gotta just take it easy and be more selective.
Yeah.
So I received that.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, but it's good talking to you as well.
Same with you too. And
Yeah.
good night, good morning to the chat. I'll be
Yeah.
back, you guys.
All right then.
All right, take care.
All right. Salute. All right. So right as it is. Just turned 6 over here. Miss Wise is always like this, isn't it? You see the chatter get hot now. So right, if you can spread t- this man's name, who's ever got channels, put it out there. However you put it out there, put it out there. Because he needs to be named and shamed, you know. So as it is so early in the morning, and one needs to get her beauty sleep. So with that said, I'm gonna come off as well to the next video. Thank you for coming. I'm gonna try and call everybody's name out now. Let me try call out all your names. Fire. Well, I see Ramel was here. Real Talk was here. Tripsies. I know Big Dog Philly. Nikwa. I think I saw Sada. I think her name is. I think I said your name wrong. Prime, Optimus Prime. That's it, Sadell. Sadell. That's so Sadell. I think I said your name wrong, Excuse me if I mash it up. Ivy. I said Big Dog Philly already. There's some other people that came through to the bottom. And there was a Dewan. There was a Big O, I think I saw at one time. And who else did I see? Let me just make sure me got everybody. And whoever name I haven't mentioned. Oh yeah, Miss Wise, Real Talk TV, I think I said her name already. Ivy, I said her name already, I think. And anybody else I haven't mentioned, but I see you. So please comment underneath the video if you need any more details, and I will get back to you very quickly as possible. Soon as I see the message, I'll put the video in the chat. So before I go embarrassing myself with everything else, like I said, the stomach and everything, I'm going to come off and have a good night, a good morning, whatever time zone you're in. Say la vie, bye.